Yes, people, and welcome to the Rivals with your boy Ashmatic, Spurs Kings TV, as always. It's been a minute. I weren't gonna run a show, but you know what? I just said, "F it," you know. Gonna bring back my boy Dej. I ain't seen you for a minute. How's it
Yeah,
going?
bro. Well, you know what? I'm just delighted to be back, bro. And that intro, every time I watch it, I just feel spurred on, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like just power, motivation, and I'm delighted to be here. Any other team is getting cooked. Don't chat to me. Don't come with any chest. We are bodying them like the Avengers, bro. That's right. I'm ready. I'm in. I'm in. I'm just delighted to be back, bro. I'm just
I hear
delighted.
it, bro. I hear it, broski. On that notice, bro, we're gonna bring someone else in. We've got a rival here. He goes by the name as a residence, Mr. Shinks.
What's happening, man?
What's happening, brother?
What's good,
You good?
boys?
You enjoying the break, the time off?
Yeah, I'm always enjoying life, man. Life's good when you're beige. I can't complain. Side note, though, what's that peculiar shaped object to your right?
Oh wow, already, yeah.
Just
You just say it like that.
All right, all right. Yeah, I missed you too, face.
big
I
up,
want to
big
talk
up,
straight
big
on
up.
it, man. I'm gonna get straight to it. Obviously, there hasn't been a lot going on, but in the Spurs community, we've had an interview by a certain young man with Rio Ferdinand. He goes by the name of Djed Spence. You know what I'm saying? With the Max B shades on, looking like Jim Jones, doing his thing, speaking his truth.
Yeah,
I mean, talking smack. I've seen him talking tough. You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
That's
Speaking
why I
about,
like it.
I heard them talking about certain Arsenal players, bro. Man, they were asking Ra, is there any man that, you know, you can't sleep at night and, you toss and turn?
It's like,
And he
Fire.
was just like,
it's like,
yeah, he said, nah, you know what, to be honest, no. And he was like, oh, what about, I don't know how it came to him, but it come to a certain man called Martin, aka Nelly. And he asked him about, oh, Martinelli giving you troubles. He just started busting up. I said, oh, my days.
So
yeah,
that's good TV. That's good TV. You
like,
got to big up the Spurs media training department for that because they let that one slip through. Fuck it, oh, he's gonna be smoking in the kitchen soon. This
But
is crazy.
what I want to know, because he's backing himself. He said, Raw, Salah, I don't know, man. Salah ain't a problem. That's what he said. 1v1. He said, Salah ain't a problem. I said,
Did he say
oh.
that?
What is that?
he did. He actually did say that. He
Yeah,
did say
like,
that.
no banter, bruv. This is coming out of his mouth, not mine. Yeah, I'm saying. He
But he
called
did.
all the smoke.
He didn't lie. But he didn't. Let's not. He didn't lie though. He was right. What he did was he said that first and foremost. I just want to say, shamelessly, I've been supporting Djed Spence from under Conte. I wanted Tottenham to go out and get him, and my club did the right thing in bringing him in. And I thought it was dirty the way he was treated under Conte, and I thought it was dirty the way that he was treated under Ange, especially when we could see that Pedro Porro and Udogie was struggling. But bro, I just want to say big up Djed Spence for hanging in there. Other man would have just crumbled in the circumstance. He stayed hard. He kept his head down, worked hard. He's worked his way as a main starter for me in the Spurs team. And he should have been in the England team. Should have been in the England team ahead of Lewis-Skelly, but politics and all them things there
Oh, wait, let's talk on that then. What do you think then? Do you think that? Because he said he's the best, like, what, best right back or best left back?
bro, right now for me, Djed Spence, left or right, he's up there. I think the only person that might edge him is a fully fit Reece James. Apart from that, he's the next in
Whoa.
line. He's the next in line, in my opinion. And just to quickly comment on Salah, and I think Preach would appreciate this. He said, "Look, Salah is a clever player. If you get caught slipping, if you're thinking about your munch, he's gone. He gets the ball, he buries. But 1v1, can Mo Salah beat me in a race? Can Mo Salah turn me inside out? He said, hell no, it's not happening. And he even said about Doku. He said, Doku's my bedroom. We go
That's
toe to toe.
okay. You see, at
So,
first I was like, "Is he serious?" But then you said the Doku thing. I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So he said,
comedian."
as a Doku, said, look, me and Doku were at Rennes. We used
Perfect
to,
guy.
after training, we used to
Guy.
go at it. So he's saying 1v1, can you beat me? It's not possible.
Hasn't
By
he
that
not
we mean
been beaten 1-1 already this season, or
never,
he
never
just
been
won?
beat. Never.
He's never
Yeah?
been beaten. He's never been
Yeah,
beaten.
thank you, Steph. Deji's basically saying that Djed Spence is the best fullback in the world. What's your thoughts?
He's never been beaten, bro. Let's not be stupid about
Is
this.
he better than Timber?
This is what they always do. That's what they always do.
Better
Be
than
careful.
Timberland.
I don't let him off easy, Steph. Don't let him off easy, Steph, man.
Nah,
Wait, Steph. It's all right,
I'm
Steph. Leave him. He's all right.
I'm
Steph,
sleepy.
tonight we're
Yeah,
being
bro.
genuine.
We got to pick our
No,
battles, innit? This is pointless, innit?
Tonight we're
It's
being
he.
genuine.
I
We
hear it.
don't want no stupidness. I'm just being real. I don't want to hear any rubbish about Lewis-Skelly, and I don't want to
Yes.
hear any rubbish about shivering me timbers. Just know, innit?
Nobody, nobody from Arsenal's team that currently has the best defense in the league is a better fullback than the amazing Djed Spence, who's had a good.
Who's better than Djed Spence in your team?
No, I wouldn't.
Who's better than Djed Spence?
Urian Timber, Ben
Oh, don't
White,
be stupid, bro.
Lewis-Skelly. All of them are better.
Urian Timber. Can I be real?
Urian Timber is our most consistent defender this year.
Yeah. Can I be real? Urian Timber reminds me of the Thing from Fantastic Four. Very strong. I'm not gonna lie. He's very hard to get past, but he offers nothing in attack, bro. Great defender.
He offers.
He offers nothing going forward, bro.
He
He's
scored
the
more
thing.
than Djed Spence this season.
Yeah.
He's played more games than Djed Spence, but also he's just hench, bro. That's really.
You know what's mad, yeah? Because this is because, like, speaking to you, yeah, Deji, yeah, I like to think that I know intelligent people when I speak to them, innit? And like, I understand YouTube and stuff, but I just want to know, like, when you press log out and end stream, I just hope, like, when you're alone by yourself, you just know, innit? That's all, and I'll leave it there. I just hope you know when you log out of the stream. Yeah, that was
Deji.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
He's gonna turn off the camera and then leave the mic on. Be like,
I don't blame you. The last time we spoke, you said you don't watch Tottenham, so you know. And that's
No. I do though, and I watched them against Bournemouth completely fall asleep for their first goal, and then I watched them against Fulham be lazy for the second goal and just leave the ball to Ben Davis. So there are certain things that he still needs to work on. Yes, his one-on-one defending is good.
Mm-hmm.
He's got great natural athletic ability. But for him to do an interview after 4 months with his shades on indoors, looking like the ultimate douchebag, and to talk big about players that haven't been in one-on-one, dude, you've been shit for 3 years. You were kicked out of Leeds, kicked out of I don't know where the fuck Rennes or wherever he was. Now you're Mr. Big Dog talking big when your defense is shit and you're 15th in the league. This is what I mean with the culture.
Is that Djed Spence's fault?
It's crazy.
But for me, forget Deji. No. Wait, let me just finish. Forget he has been really good. Arguably, he's been your best player this season. But that's a very low bar. And the second thing is that that interview, after only 4 good months to do that interview and to talk like this about one-on-one defending, for me, encapsulates everything what's wrong with your club and your culture. Because Myles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri, who have done, Myles Lewis-Skelly especially, who has...
Saka.
And forget Saka. Saka's already one of the best players in the Prem, but...
They don't have this attitude.
Yeah, but Myles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri, who've had far more hype, who deservedly have had more hype. Myles Lewis-Skelly is now playing for England regularly and starting. He hasn't had a.
Can we calm down?
He hasn't done a podcast. He hasn't done a podcast. Yeah, he hasn't done a podcast with his shades on, talking about who are the leader. And then not only that, who the fuck did his PR training? How can you answer? When they asked him about leaders in the team, how do you think the senior players in the team are going to respond to that answer? When he was like,
he's telling the truth.
Dickhead, you've done nothing for 4 months, and now you're talking big. Djed Spence better have a really strong finish to the season, because all this talk about him not being beaten one-on-one, I want to see it now. If you have this energy, back it up, because
so far he's backed it up. I mean,
at the same time,
what I like about your assessment, Steph, is that you were at least very balanced in your view. He has played well. Yes, he had a wobble the last 2 games, but on the grand scheme of things, Djed Spence has been a standout player this season, and given the adversity that he's been through, I think he's showing a lot of potential. What I loved was the fact that he was speaking with chest. He shows a lot of confidence, and he put it out there. He said, "Look, if you want it, let's go." You know what I mean? And for me, that's legit.
I'm just sorry, guys. This is the final thing I'm going to add on this, and I'll let you guys speak. He reminds me so much of James Maddison, which is he talks big when things are going really well. He does his little dart celebration and talks shit to Roy Keane after he scored a shitty little tapping goal against Man United. and then does nothing for the rest of the games. Just like Djed Spence, who talked absolutely nothing for the 3 years where he was sent on loan, where he was literally kicked out from Leeds. The coach said he wasn't professional and sent him back. I didn't see him doing podcasts and interviews then. So it just reminds me, I would be slightly concerned. And again, but forget that. And then it encapsulates against Spurs the lack of leadership, because if your changing room had a strong core leadership, he would never have the balls to actually do this and go into the act. Do you really think if Roy Keane was in the dressing room, or a Patrick Vieira, or forget that, leaders from Spurs' old teams like a Ledley King, he would go into the he would have the balls to go into the Spurs dressing room after doing that? That he would have never done that podcast. But in a way, hopefully, this shows to Levy that he needs to sign some leaders and try and change the actual dynamic in the dressing room itself. But for me, it's evident now why Conte didn't like him and why Ange didn't like him. Because let's be honest, Ange never liked him, never rated him. That's why he tried to get him out in his first season and tried to sell him this summer. He just, because of injuries, Ange was forced to play him. He continuously avoided playing him until there was nobody left because Ange injured everybody. So he had to play him in the end. So it shows me why he's considered a difficult character to manage. But let's see. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
If Skelly did that same thing, would you not be mad at Skelly for doing that interview, talking like
not mad,
backing himself more or less?
No, Chichinsky, I wouldn't be mad, but I would be slightly concerned because, to talk big after 4 months, like let's have, finish the season at least. Let's see how you do. Like, I just think it's a bit premature to do this. It reminds me here. His difficulty in management and the way he talks and holds himself in such high regard reminds me a lot of Guendouzi. He really does, which is he's got a lot of talent, just like Guendouzi does, but I don't see Spence taking critique very well from the way he handles himself in that interview. An old school coach would not be able to, giving him shit and stuff. I really don't see him taking that well. But
anyway, I let Big preach because Big Preach has wanted to come in, but I slightly disagree with that.
No, I was just saying that. Would you be happy if he didn't talk with chest? Really, I think he has to say what he did say. But I do agree with Stefan. He's only talking, but you wanna. I think he's gone, bruv. I think as soon as someone buys him, he's signing that contract. He's not loyal to you, lot. He's got an attitude.
Why would he preach?
Real Madrid calls for him.
For who? Spence.
Real Madrid for Djed Spence.
As soon as Real Madrid comes in for him, he's gone, bro.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
How did it go?
I respect that.
Go on, I like it. Go on.
That's crazy. What is that? Just a Trent thing? What's that about?
Yeah.
He's not, I'm just saying.
Oh, is that good? He's that good? He could go Real, is what we're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, innit?
Oh my god.
And he's gone.
Man. You're too good at sarcasm. I thought you'd be serious.
I thought you would have caught on. I was thinking, wrong.
Yeah, that's good. No, for real.
I know what it was.
I see he's more new camp though. I think he's more new camp than Bernabeu personally. I think that's the levels he's on.
Yeah.
I think if he keeps on the trajectory he's on, I think he could give Roberto Carlos a run for his money as one of the greatest of all time personally.
Mocking.
It's all about, it's the difference, because when, let's even throw in a bit, you know me, I love a bit of racism. When they do it, it's called confidence. When we do it, it's arrogance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw all the narratives at this one.
Yeah, I see it.
You know what I mean?
These young black kids.
Yeah, man.
All of that stuff.
I bet if he had a quiff, it would be all right for him to speak like this.
Sorry, just to interrupt. You see this guy here? Yeah, I rate him because look how long I've known you lot, yeah, and none of you lot have ever checked in on me, bruv. You're my bridging, fam. You checked on me. I've been listening for a while. I still rate you for checking on me, fam.
Hey, come on, preach, man. We had to make sure you're good. I know, even though things have even got worse since then. I know it's time to start.
Trent
See how I
was
check
giving
that
a
thing as well?
meltdown.
Where you, man?
Trent had man going like sleepless nights and that.
No, for real. But do you know what? Yeah, I'm seeing Stefan talk all this smoke, saying, "Oh, why a player that's been rubbish, rare, tear, tear." Bro, since when was Djed Spence rubbish? Since when, because a player doesn't get an opportunity at a club, does that sit there and you can now go out there and say, "Oh, he's not this,
What?
he's not that." He's proven his quality this season. Welcome
Yes.
to Djed Spence Penitentiary. When he
What?
laughed at Martinelli, yeah, it wasn't like it was just him. Did Ola Aina not do the same thing? Everyone laughs at this guy. He's a Brazilian with no pull. Cha, cha. He ain't got none of that. Yeah, he can't move his hips. He ain't got none of the dancing thing. People don't respect him, bro, because he's not a good winger. You see what he
Okay.
said about Salah? Like, we had this conversation last time I was on here. Again, Salah's not that jinky majinky winger.
Oh my
The
God.
fullbacks they're
Stop
not
with
scared of
Salah,
him when he gets
please.
on the ball. And that's all Djed Spence was saying. These players that you've named,
Okay.
of course he's not going to be scared of them. In 1v1s, he's proven
Okay.
already. These
Oh,
players don't threat him.
Okay. Okay, George. So a guy that was kicked out of a guy that was kicked out of Middlesbrough because he was a prick. As
He wasn't kicked out of Middlesbrough. We
He
bought
was
him.
kicked out.
He literally he got sent on loan to Nottingham Forest, who
Why
then
did
he
he get
got
sent on
promoted. He helped Nottingham Forest get promoted to the
George,
Premier
why
League,
did
and
he
he
get
earned
sent
himself
on
a very
loan?
big club.
Played 5
He
minutes.
also
Why did he get sent
oh
on
wait,
loan?
it's funny. It's coming from Chinks and Stefan, because did he not have a man of a match performance against you guys when he knocked you out in the FA Cup? Oh yeah, people seem to
I don't
forget. So
recollect.
please,
So
please.
one game makes him amazing. One game against Arsenal is your holy grail of Djed Spence is amazing.
Well, no, because he had a very he
Yeah,
was in the
facts.
team of the season for Championship as well that year. He
Okay.
had a very
Crazy.
good season.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. Championship
Let's
stats is crazy.
Let's
Championship accolades is crazy.
If a player's 19 years old and they're having a stellar or a very good season in the Championship,
Stella's crazy.
nowadays
That's Tusky
that
at
does
best.
warrant a
Stella's
big move
crazy.
to Premier League.
Okay, I never.
Player of the season in Championship is not like a braggador accolade.
He wasn't player of the season.
At 19 years
He
old.
was in the team
At
of the
15,
year.
I don't want to hear it. Yeah, that actually it will impress me at 15. It will actually. I'm not going to lie, but
Wait, George. Let's just.
it's crazy. You see what Saka was doing at 19?
No.
We're not comparing.
Not getting
Spence
team
to
of the
Saka,
season
though,
in the Championship. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that for free.
yeah. Okay, George. He does really well at Forest. Moves to Spurs. Does absolute. Okay, he was unlucky. Conte never rated him. Okay, gets sent to Rennes. Has a very, would you say, underwhelming loan or mixed loan?
But if you listen to the interview, you'd understand why he did. So it's
Of
clear
course,
to see that he didn't actually listen to the
he has
interview.
an excuse.
What was the excuse?
He has an excuse.
It wasn't
for
an
everything.
excuse, bro. He sat there and he said for one that when he went there, he had like a messed up living situation. He wasn't really comfortable there, and that's why you saw he was on loan for about 3 or 4 months. He said that he didn't have nowhere to live the whole time. He's staying in hotels, Airbnbs. It was an uncomfortable situation for him being sent on loan there in the first place. And
That's
then
crazy.
being on loan out there, being alone, he never felt like he was comfortable there, bro. So naturally, that's going to impact his game. And he's a young player. I don't get how that's crazy for a young player.
That's crazy.
Wait, George, are you seriously telling me that a rich footballer can't set up himself nicely in fucking France?
Stefan, he was a young player, 18. You're telling me rich
He has an
footballer. You're acting like
agent.
he's not on life changing money at this point.
Stefan,
are we doing
the truth of the matter is he's from the Caribbean, and he's one of his favorite dishes is oxtail rice and peas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're not sure he was getting access to oxtail rice and peas. So that can legitimately have an impact on him. Let's that is possible. I don't know.
Guys, I'm sure he can find Jamaican food in France. There's plenty of black people.
I don't know if you've ever been in France, Stefan. I don't think that is the case.
That's crazy. That was mad. There's plenty of black people in France. Hey, you seen the World Cup winning team? Full of
I'm not talking about that. I was talking about Jamaican food in France. But
so how are you doing, Yoms? We're basically arguing the fact that Djed Spence is one of the greatest Premier League fullbacks of all time.
No, we're not saying he's one of the greatest of all time, but he's shown potential that he's on that.
I mean,
he does what he does. But can I just before
more trying to control man's narrative?
When Kelly did that little yoga thing with Haaland, I didn't see you saying, you know what? Why is he doing that? Why can't he stay humble? Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Because you were missing, because your team was poor that time, so you weren't really doing streams much.
He scored a goal against Man City. He was shit talking after he did a really good play.
It's
He
not even about that,
celebrated.
Steph. It's the whole "Who are you?" after we played them and humble yourself and all
No,
that.
no, no.
Stuff.
Forget that.
There's
He
a lot
scored
more
a,
to it
he,
than just
yeah,
that.
he scored a goal against Man City, played really well in that game, and he scored a goal, so he celebrated. If they didn't want him to celebrate and talk shit to them, stop him from scoring. It's called
You know what's
celebration.
crazy? You know what's magic? Because we can sit here and have these conversations all day as we like and run the narratives, and everyone can defend their players and stuff. But I think real life just dictates the truth. And all I want to say is, our young boy recently just scored in his debut for his country, and your guys, the talk of the town, for having a chat indoors with sunglasses on, just says it all, mate.
Yeah.
Yo, what are you saying, bro? Long time, man.
Oh, that's good. That's good, my feet. That's
Been a
good.
minute, man. Since Manchester United's been in the mud, I ain't seen, man. I'll be real.
No, you know what? It just so happens to coincide, innit? I work up in Leeds.
Yeah.
I work up in Leeds, so it's a
Hey,
double.
that's what Djed said as well.
Life
That's
is
what
not
Jed said is crazy. That's what Jed said is crazy.
He's not allowed out after 7 and all them things. Right?
It's a double whammy, bro. When you're leaving Leeds at 5 o'clock and getting home at 11, it's
To
I know,
bend the seed.
I know you ain't worn a Man United top in years, Ruben.
Wow.
man, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even watch football, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on this F1 thing.
Yeah, he wants to go fun now, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, bro.
United supporter in Leeds is wild, bro.
I'm a red because Hamilton's moved to Ferrari, bro. That's what's up.
I'm with it.
Oh yeah.
I can respect that. I've been there.
Yeah, man. But listen, we're talking about obviously Djed Spence real quick. What are your thoughts? Did you see the interview with Rio Ferdinand? It's on his YouTube.
I caught a couple clips of it, not really the whole thing, because I just think it's just a bit of a madness. I don't even know how Djed Spence gets an interview with Rio. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing here.
On the
Like, what
international
are we
break,
doing?
everyone
What team
was
do you
busy.
support, Yoms?
Oh, here we go. Look, what's that got to do? What's that got to do with the
I've asked the
subject?
question.
What's
I've asked
that
the
got to do
question.
with the
I've asked the
subject?
question.
What's
I've
that
asked the
got to do
question.
with the subject?
I've asked the question.
Wait,
I've asked the question.
George, they're 3 points
No,
above
I've asked
you.
the question. I've just asked the question. And I asked it to Yoms. I didn't ask it to no one else, respectfully.
Okay.
What
For
team
Young,
do I support?
Rio's his legend.
What team do I
Oh,
support?
Rio's his legend. Oh, okay. So because we
What's
beat you
what's the
3
question?
times this season,
What's
you're
the
feeling a
question?
bit hurt, and he can't.
Hold on.
What? Yeah, I hear it.
Wait.
Thanks,
Slow
Sorry.
down to
ahead
the
of him in the
Slow down
league.
to the What was it? What was the question?
What team do you
No, you
support?
support Man United. It was
Ferrari.
clarified, so
Ferrari.
I get it.
I support Ferrari. I told you already.
I get
Well,
it.
If
yeah.
we're talking football, I support Manchester United.
You should know better than anyone about how good Djed Spence is and all the Tottenham players because they played best
Oh
against you this
my.
season. You
Oh,
conceded
yeah.
what 8 goals against us? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you should know better than anyone. So,
Yeah, it was
sorry.
fantastic. But anyway,
Sorry, continue. My bad.
yeah, thanks, George. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what the hell, how he's getting an interview with Rio and why Rio thinks anybody wants to watch that, apart from pure banter. Like Rio's taking the piss. Like, don't get into it. Like, what has Djed Spence done to get an interview with Rio? I don't get it. I saw the caption on YouTube and I was like, why?
Okay.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy, you know.
And I clicked into it, and then 5 minutes later, I was still like, why? And I just couldn't do it.
Yums is brutal. Yums is brutal
Young,
today.
that's the most disingenuous thing.
No, it's not. This is 100%
And
fact.
you know why that's
Genuinely
disingenuous?
asking why. Like,
Young,
why?
do you know why that's disingenuous? You can't say that when your team's in the mud. There is no player.
What's that got to do with
There
it?
is no player that he could have interviewed from your club.
What about
So the
Myles
best-
Lewis?
right.
There's no one, bro.
So let's just say-
There's no one interesting. There's no one good enough, bro. So
Yeah,
he's
let's
having
say like-
Yeah, because
top
they're
five.
all on international break, play for their countries.
say that is
What Highland?
let's just say that is correct, and you guys are the best team in the country, right? Is Djed Spence? You're telling me Djed Spence is the best footballer Rio Ferdinand could find to interview, and most
think
interesting footballer Rio could find.
I don't think that was the point in the interview. The point in the interview was that it was an interesting one because of his comeback. That's what we do.
Interested is
His
crazy.
comeback?
He's had a
His
come up.
comeback.
He's had a come up. He's had a come up this season. In 2025, he's been in 2025. He's been the best fullback in the league. Factually,
Oh my
yes.
God! Why
Best
do you do
fullback
this
in the
to
league in
yourself?
2025. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's all true. Yeah, but you was that. So you made me realize something. Yeah, do you remember when
Tottenham Rangers.
9/11? Yeah, and the planes hit the building, and then on BET, Ja Rule was there, and they were like, "Ah, it's just been an explosion. We're gonna go to Ja Rule." and Dave Chappelle was like, "Who the fuck was there from Ja Rule in a time like this?"
You know what I'm saying? Because the worst thing is,
Rio
the worst thing is, if
anybody, bruv, he could have got Southgate.
if Djed Spence was gone, like if he was gone, like we're talking like banging in numbers, he's doing the actual business every week, then I would kind of understand it. But this is a team like they're just saying, oh, you might have no players that are good, but we are actually above you.
Yeah.
Our players can't be that bad.
For the moment.
Our players can't be that
For
bad.
the moment.
Bro,
Remember, he's talking about players
That's
now.
how you know you lost the argument. That's how you know you've lost the argument when you say it for the moment.
Two wrongs don't make it right, bro. We're having a dusty season. We know that.
But you've just admitted then that it was wrong, right?
Yoms, do you know when you're next going to win a game? Because I do. I know when we're next going to win one.
I
Do
have,
you know?
I have no.
You have
projected.
no clue
I
because
have
you can't see a win in your
no.
next 9, and
No,
we
I
can.
have-
So we're going to
What's-
finish above you. Don't worry
what's
about
that
that. Yes.
that got to do with
Do
Djed
you know what?
Spence?
At the end of the day,
What's that got to do with Djed
things
Spence?
always balance out.
What's that got to do
And
with
what
the
is going to
table?
balance out is Manchester United being below Spurs for another season. You're damn right.
Really?
Oh my God.
All
Okay.
you needed was a back to you, Ash. I'm done talking. Done that. That's all you needed.
You cannot be. What are you? 14th? You cannot be 14th or 15th or whatever and have mic drop moments, bro.
Yeah.
It don't work.
Also, he picked up the mic saying sorry.
I'm saying. And like, look, how do I just have a mic on my table as well? Like, how?
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get another one just to make it double.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Big up Djed Spence, though, for providing the
Larger.
entertainment international break. This is what we need, man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he continues playing well. And
Larger.
who knows?
Guys, is it wait, is it just me?
Go on.
Does he not look like a complete douchebag wearing shades indoors? Is that just me?
It does.
It does.
It doesn't look good.
I don't know if you know, he's just a little flex on them, a little Prada shades, that's what he's doing, bro. Why can't a young guy, a young black brother from the end, want to flex out every now and then? That's all I'm saying, bro. Little chain. If he wants to wear shades inside, he's gonna wear shades inside.
George,
Just because you can't, what I mean?
George, I understand the flex, right? And I think certain players do get targeted for having a flex, right? Rashford being one of them. I think a few players do get. But if you're every single time I've seen a man with sunglasses inside, I've asked myself why.
Yeah, for
So
real.
Exactly.
every single time.
I hear you.
I've never seen a man with sunglasses on inside and been like, oh yeah, that looks good.
He's
Yeah.
prepared.
Unless man's eyes are pinging. Unless he's on something that you shouldn't be sure. Yeah.
Every time P Diddy lies, he puts his
Chinks, I expect you to say this to Dean next time you see him on stream, then, yeah.
Dean, what?
Dean always has his shades on indoors.
Yeah, but they're prescription. He's got that thing that Edgar David had in his eye. So he has, those are prescription sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Yoms, and I just want to say congratulations, for the stuff that you're doing, on stream, off stream. It's clear that you've moved profession. You're a workshop facilitator because the amount of open questions you've thrown us, and in this last 5 minutes, it's just why. Soon we're gonna get whens and hows. Do you know what I'm saying? Like bare open questions with this whole. Look, the truth of the matter is, Djed Spence.
Was you listening to him?
I don't know. It can't have been. Djed is.
I think you're talking to George. I think you're talking to George.
Deji has never listened. Bro, Deji has never listened to me, bro. He's never. There's two things Deji's never done in his life: listened to me and said hello to me when I joined the stream. Never.
Oh shit.
All right, all good.
I'm gonna move it on a little bit because obviously Djed Spence was one section, but I'm gonna do
35 minutes of Jed's enough. Yeah.
we spoke on it. It was just a little light, a little light one, but I want to do a little start bench sell. I'm gonna get you man's thoughts in it, and I've got a few players here in it.
Ash,
If you can see that.
Ash, wait, aren't we gonna talk about the saddest news of the week?
What's that?
I'm going to Real Madrid. No,
Oh snap! Oh,
Yeah.
Preachy! Oh,
Preach. Get the
Crazy.
tissues out. Get the tissues out, Preach. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I tried to move it, Preach, but yeah, sorry, man. Go on,
I'm
go on,
cool.
keep on it.
It's cool. Most of our big stars have left like as a champion, so I'm all right with it. If it's true, you get me. Like, we'll see in it. We'll wait. It's gone to
It's
Real.
true. What do you mean if
All
it's true?
right. Like, he'll leave as a champion. I'm cool. He
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, okay.
He didn't have no trophies and then go to Real Madrid and win everything. He's won something here and hopefully
You're right,
no wins. I've seen players go to the greatest squad teams. I've seen players go to like Man United and win things and not win anything at their club. I've also seen them go to Chelsea and win things that they haven't won at their club. And I'm only firing shots at one person here, if everyone knows me. So I've seen it.
Fernando Torres.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Good.
Yeah, but
Preacher's been going through this his whole life as a Liverpool fan. You know, Owen. You go back to
Fernando
McManaman.
Torres.
I mean,
Xabi Alonso.
you know, it was going to be Gerrard, but that man said if you leave your yard, you're going to die. Like, every one of their legends have want to leave to, bro. You can't blame Trent. He's just following in the right footsteps.
I'm not blaming him, bruv. I'm not blaming him, bruv. He played. He's been one of the best right backs in the Premiership, and he's
Calm
won.
down.
It's like Harry Kane. It's like Harry
Yo.
Kane. Harry Kane's he was the best striker in the Premiership.
Hey, yo, why didn't someone introduce me to George sooner, man? Because nobody's ever left Spurs.
I know.
Oh my god!
I know. I find it funny, but like I said, you know, Trent's gonna be champion, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. Isn't it? It goes Real Madrid. It's getting Real Madrid, fam. I'm like, if he was getting to another Premiership team, even if it was City.
Really? You're fine with Trent going to the
No, I
oil
said
state?
No, I said I'd be pissed if he was going City.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Preach, isn't it? I completely agree with you. He's won things. He can go like on a high and stuff.
Everything.
But for free, isn't that a little bit shitty, Preach?
Not really. Like, it's like we got him for free. It's like Matip. We got Matip for free. He won the Champions League, Premiership, and he left on the free. It's called business. That's how it works, bro.
So, do you think then your fan base is crashing out for no reason, or do you think there is some validity?
I think it's a bit of everything. I even think there's secret Man United fans wearing Liverpool tops doing it. It's not.
So you don't think it's really your fans like that?
Liverpool, like it's only them Scouse gangsters.
But don't you think you should have got some money from though?
Preach, can I ask a genuine question, Preach? I mean, we've been led to believe this season that Liverpool are back. Slot is the best thing since, sliced bread.
He's a genius.
I still have concerns about Liverpool, given the way that you crashed out of the Champions League and given the way that you capitulated against Newcastle. But that's for another stream.
Wait, Djed, don't forget the biggest one, Plymouth, that nobody fucking
Plymouth
talks
as well. Yeah, you know what I mean. That
nobody talks about for some reason.
I just think if you're a big club, where are you going? Quality must stay. If you genuinely believe that Trent is this guy, if Trent is of quality, and Liverpool want to go on and dominate English football for the next 4 or 5 seasons, you can't really let your big players go. So I'm just, is that Liverpool conceding the fact that you are kind of just all hell and glory to the bigger power, which is Real Madrid?
What are we doing here? Real Madrid are the biggest football club in the world.
Are we not trying to go to toe against Madrid? No.
What are we doing here? The biggest players go to Real Madrid.
Got the best midfield out of everybody. It's Newcastle.
Let me say, we're cool, Like, we win Champions Leagues as well. We win Champions Leagues as well.
Newcastle.
Okay, Preach. You didn't answer the question, but okay.
No, the question was answered. He's going Real Madrid. Like,
it's Real Madrid. I don't understand. It's Real Madrid. Henry left Arsenal and went to Barcelona.
True. It's different. It was different.
Cristiano Ronaldo left Manchester United after winning the Ballon d'Or and a treble and the Premier League and everything there is to win, and went to Real Madrid.
True.
Like the biggest players go to Real Madrid. I don't understand what we're doing here. Like,
but for me,
I was gonna say,
You
other
just
than
need
Spurs, how many other players did they get? That hasn't won anything. They get players that win things in it. Like Bell, because he's fast.
no, but yeah, but the issue that they're trying to
That was rude.
obviously.
Sorry, Steph. I just want to go here. He just said, that Real Madrid get people because they win stuff, And he said that Real Madrid got Bell because he's fast.
I seen Bell.
I didn't even hear that because whoever said that's lost their damn mind.
I've seen
You had to find that because Bell.
Gareth Bell left the Premier League as one of the best players that played.
He's avoided.
Wait, you're trying to call Bell kick and run? You're trying to call wait.
He's fired a different narrative. That wasn't even a narrative.
I saw Bell kick the ball, run off the pitch.
Wait, who is this Preach talking to me? The guy that employs Mohamed Salah. Are you trying to talk about Christian?
No, listen.
You're trying to talk about Gareth Bell.
Yeah, I am. I said I see him pick the ball down, run off the pitch, bruv. Like miss the ball.
Okay, and I've also seen him flip flap man inside out. I've also seen him do 360s. I've also seen him score overhead kicks against your team in the Champions League finals. How about that? How about that?
He wasn't listening.
Okay.
No. George,
I think you missed. I think you missed the point, George.
George is.
I heard Bale disrespect. That's all I heard. That's what I got.
There was no Bale disrespect whatsoever. It was only Spurs disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I'm just saying, bro.
He's so triggers. His ears ain't working.
Look at him. Preaches fuming. You can see little like above his head. Nobody says shit about Liverpool players, guys. Every Liverpool player is close to world class, but almost pretty much world class, including Endo.
Trust me, but even the other day, you lot said that Salah won't win the Ballon d'Or because of Champions League.
Not anymore. I'm sorry.
And I agreed with it. I agree he might not win it because he didn't show up. So I agree with good facts, bruv. But you see, when I'm not even talking about Jordan, I'm talking about you now. Talk BS. I won't have it, fam. That's all it is. Say facts, and I'll accept it.
What?
If you want to buy shots, we know this.
Deji,
I mean, Preach. I just got a genuine question. I just want to know. The man them that know me know that I'm a Premier League. I'm pro Premier League. I think Premier League's the best league.
Premier League.
Whatever. I just can't understand how English teams are just rolling over and doing Hail Mary to Madrid. If you're legit,
they're not.
You'd be just selling your players to Madrid just because they come calling. That don't make sense.
They're all doing it,
but they're not selling him.
We have the best league in the world football. We've got the best managers in this country. What are we doing?
But they're not selling him.
PSG got Mbappe for. I mean, it's lost him for free, bruv. It happens. Big teams with money still lose players, bruv. You see what you lot are focusing on the wrong things, and Stefan, I'm adding this on you into this as well. You lot, I've noticed in the last maybe 5 years, like a lot of you lot don't care about winning things. Everything else seems to be important.
Preach.
Winning it. You know what I'm saying, because I've already said it to you, Stefan, but let me land, yeah? All I'm saying is, you lot care about the money stuff. Like, how much are you? You're not even getting any money for him. He's going for free. Bruv, he's won things at his club, his boyhood club, yeah? So what you lot are talking about, it means nothing. Oh, you should get something for him. Cool, well done. He's done his job. He's won things, yeah? You lot have got players where you've extended contracts, overpaid them, extra special bonuses, and still ain't won nothing. So I don't get it. Like, what are you really? You want us to copy you? Your method?
No, nobody said this. It's
I said it.
Okay, great. Okay, great statement. Zero substance, but okay. Nobody wants to copy Liverpool because nobody wants to sell their best. Wants to give up their best players for free. That's bad policy for any club.
Fam, you don't even want Isak at your team, bruv. That will help you win the league, bruv. You don't like the League Cup. There's two.
Why are you lying? Why are you
Bruv,
lying?
you
I
want-
do want Isak. I just don't want him for the massive.
Unless Isak will win you the league. You don't need unless. You've got the players you need.
No, I want a striker and a winger. If it's at the cost of us not getting a top winger, I don't want Isak. I don't think he's worth
You've already
it
got.
because of his
Ain't
injuries.
you got top wingers at your club already? You've been.
No, we need
Say that
more
again?
attacking players. We need to sign.
Isak's an attacking player, bro.
What?
Isak's an attacking player, no?
But again, Preach, you're not listening to me. I would love Isak at my club, but not at the cost of us not getting a top winger. I've said this before. So why are you lying?
Yeah,
that I don't want
that's the whole point. But I'm saying getting Isak will gain you the league.
In my opinion, no, because he's injured 1.5 to 2 months every season.
That's my whole point. You see, your opinion, it tells me you don't want to win.
It's not my opinion. Go look at his injury record.
Your opinion don't rate the League Cup. Your opinion don't.
I don't give a shit about the League Cup. I've said this numerous times.
Your opinion says I won't get a great striker that could win you the league as well. That's your opinions, bro.
No,
I'm not.
Wait. So Isaac is the only great striker that's available on the market?
I'm saying if to get him, you'd win the league. That's what everyone's saying. And you said you want an extra attacking winger, bro.
I want a top winger and a top striker.
That's cool. You don't really want to. Isak's a top striker, but you don't want him. You don't want to win the league.
What are you on about? You guys signed Endo for 20 million last season, and you're telling me how you don't really want to win the league.
And he won something.
Yes, a League Cup.
I just said not too long ago, you don't care about winning no more and trophies. And then you brought up Endo, who's won something.
Okay.
Don't make in his first season in the Premiership. How many seasons your players been there and ain't won nothing?
Okay. Well done. That League Cup makes everything okay. That's the ambition.
You don't want it. I told you don't want to win things. That's a terrible mentality. You should be sitting next to Spence with Rio chatting.
I should be sitting. Okay.
Ridiculous what you're saying, bro.
Another Spurs one.
Yeah. Preach. As long as you can throw shots at Spurs, which for me is kind of pathetic because Spurs are. Let's be honest. It's like
I throw shots.
It's like shooting a dead horse at the moment.
Michael Spurs is dead horse.
I know what Chinks is doing. Chinks is trying to get a reaction out of me. I think he's smart.
The Spurs disrespect today has been preposterous. I just want to say.
Can I just say that this whole back and forth started because Preach said that Real Madrid signed players that win things, and then realized that they signed Gareth Bale. So I had to find another reason why.
I just realized Gareth Bale has won the Holy Grail for Preach. He has won a League Cup. Don't forget that. So they do sign players that win things. They do sign players. So
but that was in 08.
Before they signed them.
That was in 08. He signed in 2013 for Real.
Doesn't matter. Is that furthermore, wait, is that not like the Arsenal fans that say Saka's won something?
I don't know, has he? I know Arteta has, and
well, he is. He was there for that FA Cup win. He was in the squad. Okay, then. He played a couple games.
Okay, then. So you think that Real Madrid bought Bell?
No, I don't think they bought him because he was he got the world record fee because he was one of the best players in the world. That's why.
Bale was
fast though.
As you know. There was a lot of players like that of that level play for Spurs. You know, Arsenal wouldn't know about that.
Didn't he end up just playing golf anyway?
Yeah,
that's true.
I would still do more than anyone.
What was it, guys? What was that flag?
The history of your club is crazy. That's what you mean. Us or Yoms?
Both.
Wait, guys, what was it?
That's insane. You're rattled. You're not even saying factual.
Oh, what? Has anyone got more than 5 Champions Leagues? Oh, yeah, please come back to me.
Everybody clubs here has more trophies than that. Why do you want to select one trophy particular only?
Well, because that's what I said. He's got 5 Champions Leagues himself. You know.
Is that the only trophy that counts in any discussion?
Well, who did he win?
But that's the most prestigious one.
Oh, so how many do Spurs have?
That wasn't a conversation.
He's got more. He's got more than Spurs.
I was talking about him specifically. Yeah, he does. He's got more Champions League than Spurs. Facts. Chinks is laughing like his club's ever seen a European trophy, but
We have.
George, you said
We
he's
ain't seen the
got
champs, but we've
more
seen the European trophy. You
Yeah,
see us
I've seen
angry
three
and
of them.
saying stuff wrong.
I've seen three of them. I've seen three. Have you? Oh, come back, please.
Yeah.
Multiple,
lovely.
multiple.
You've seen 3 of them. So wait, George.
Stefan,
You were
sorry, I
born
don't
in
think you're ready for this
1971 and
conversation.
1981. Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ, George, you're 14th or 15th in the league, and you're talking big. I have no idea how you're doing
Jesus
this
Christ,
right now.
Stefan, your team's doing what this season?
What?
Winning
Ahead of
anything? Are you
Spurs
winning
by like
anything? Oh
25
wait,
points.
you're not winning anything. We're not winning anything. I guess we're the same.
Great. Yes, we're
Yeah,
totally in the same position. We're totally in the same position. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, good luck against Frankfurt because.
Well, I don't get it. Are you going through to the next round? You're saying it like you're. Oh, what did they say? Pray for Madrid. Oh
Listen,
yeah.
good luck with
you'll
them
be.
sausages.
Who said? Who said pray for Madrid?
What are you saying?
Did I say
No.
that?
Pray for
Oh
Madrid,
my
innit?
God.
Pray for Madrid.
Why are you making things up? Like,
Hey, good luck
who said
with
it?
Frankfurt. It's a new disrespect.
No,
I'm
but
gonna use that whenever I
asking.
can.
He's basically asking, what are you saying about Real Madrid, isn't it? Because you're saying that, well, Frankfurt, like, good luck with that, but you've got Real Madrid. What are you saying?
Yes, we've got Real Madrid. You've got Eintracht Frankfurt. There's a little bit of.
I don't
there's a
get
little
it.
bit
Wait,
of
I
a
really
difference
don't
there.
get it. Arsenal
he's
fans
saying?
try
You
to
must
act like
get it.
they've
You
come
must
from
get it,
somewhere where
Sean.
they haven't been.
You
You
must
guys
get it,
was
Sean.
in the Europa League year in and year out, and when you was in Europa League and we was
Year
in the
in and
Champions
year
League,
out?
what was you doing? You were getting
Year in,
clapped.
did you just say that?
When we was in a Champions League final last time, where was you in a Europa League final? Who's been there more recently? So I don't get it. The level of your club to sit here and laugh at Europa League is so silly because you've been there and been clapped by however many teams.
But
You haven't won it.
We
It's not a
got to the
trophy you've
final.
won.
George,
I've won
George,
Europa League, and you're gonna sit here and laugh at it.
No,
Respect.
I'm not
respect.
laughing in Europa League, but to listen to a Spurs fan whose team got knocked out by Dinamo Zagreb that had their coach in jail when they got knocked out. Who's going to talk to me about? Who's going to talk to me about Europa League credentials? Like, please, Arsenal got to the final. Arsenal got to the final and got their asses kicked against Chelsea. You guys got knocked out from Dinamo Zagreb. So
He
please,
said your
calm down.
manager was on the wing. You were getting smoked.
I'm just letting him have it now because really and truly, I wanted to get the conversation back to Preach because again we're talking about Trent. We're talking about Trent, and that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to get onto Preach to let him know because clearly, you don't care about Trent. You don't care about Trent. All right, well I'm here to tell you you need to care because it's not just Trent you need to worry about. No, Preach. Let's have it right. I'm giving you the reality check that maybe you haven't had as of yet.
Oh no, don't worry.
Your whole
George.
right hand side is leaving you. Your whole left hand side needs replacing. Next season, wake up. Next season, you're gonna be with us. You're gonna be with us. It's not gonna be looking so good over there, you know. People try to act like they're sitting on some throne right now. Yeah, you might be this season, but trust me, when Salah leaves, when Van Dijk leaves, when Trent leaves, you're back down in the gutter.
Hey, Stefan, that's how you sound in the WhatsApp group, bro.
No, George's. I just want to say, George, I agree with everything you say, and I pray to God that happens. Next year,
That's exactly what it is, though. It's more hope. It's more hope. Than
no,
reality.
it's not. It's not.
Reality. Let's face it. Right, a lot of people
Let me
criticize
say
Trent
this.
for not being able to defend, and all of a sudden now that he's leaving, it's the worst thing
That's
that's ever happened.
that's all. Thank you very much. Now all of a sudden he's going. We're gonna be.
But Yums,
We're gonna miss his defensive ability. Are you saying that? Are you saying we're gonna miss his defensive ability?
Wait. I'm not saying.
I am waiting for the answer though.
Wait, I'll tell you why. You're gonna miss particularly his attacking ability, which is his creativity, which you struggle to create if Salah isn't in form. And let's not forget the other elephant in the room. Where two of your best players, soon to be pensioners, are also at the end of their contracts. Okay. can also leave, and one of those players
Trent, though.
makes
You're
up
talking about Trent.
one of those players makes up over 75% of your goals and assists this year, and it's always been a large portion of your goals and
He
assists.
assisted
So if he
himself.
leaves the door, that's your two best attacking players gone through the door. That everybody tells me Trent is a unicorn going forward. Where is Gokes again? Nowhere to be seen as
And
usual.
you're a lot in
yeah.
Real Madrid, so you can't really do that. Go back to him being bad.
No,
But anyway,
you're gonna.
So what you're saying?
you
So we're not good.
You're
we're just
going,
going to miss his attacking. You're saying we're just going to miss his crosses and attacking because the
No,
way you
I'm saying
you talk about him. Like, what are we going to miss now?
I am. Wait, preach. I am intrigued.
Wait.
If you combine Mohamed Salah and Trent's assists, what percentage of those assists this year have been from those two players? Because if those two players leave, I really think Liverpool fans are overestimating how good your squad is and how reliant they are. There is not a team in Europe.
You see,
There is
when you
not a team in Europe that is more reliant on one player than Liverpool are on Salah. And it was evident.
I'll ask you something. You see how you like to do the 2-year bracket thing, yeah?
No, not 2-year bracket. The whole, all for 5 years. You've always been more reliant on Salah than any other player on the team. And then people, yeah.
What now? So what I was gonna say is, yeah, we've had Trent through bad times as well. We've had Trent and Mo Salah during bad times as well. We've had them during good times as well. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying. There's no evidence to back what you're saying, fam. Yeah. We've gone. Remember what you said, fam.
There's no evidence.
You said we were nothing before 2019. Yeah. So between then and now, we've done more than you as well.
What?
Yeah.
What is that got anything to do with Trent and Salah leaving?
I'm going to explain because first of all, we was just talking about Trent and you brought up Salah. So I'm allowed to bring up other subjects as well. Thank you.
Great. Okay.
All I'm saying is we've been in a position before. Remember, I said this on the last show. This is technically Klopp 2.0 you're talking about. We've already done it. We're rebuilding again, bruv.
I can't wait for this Dutch fraud to be exposed.
It was a 2-year rebuilding session, and look where we are in 2 years, bruv.
2 years rebuilding session?
Yeah.
What?
It was 2 years.
Weren't you challenging last year? Weren't you winning the quadruple last year? Do you remember that talk?
No,
what happened to that?
It was
Preach. Let's be honest, yeah. Saying that you was in a rebuild last year when you was in a title race up until April when you bottled it is very.
But that's why. But you see, George. But that's what he's saying. That's why he's saying it's a rebuild because that's what this fan base does.
So what you're saying is, yeah, I hope because the 2 seasons ago, yeah, we had Henderson and all of that, yeah, and they were all old. Yeah, Stefan. Remember that talk?
Fabinho when
wait. No, Stefan, I'm not asking for a storyline. I just said, do you remember that talk?
No, there was no talk of this. No,
Henderson's old.
We argued with this on WhatsApp.
Let me remind you, Henderson's old, and he was holding Trent's hand all that season, and Fabinho.
No, Fabinho was holding Trent's hand.
Yeah, and you lot were saying our midfield was different, right? So listen, our midfield was old. Yeah, we got rid of them. We had a midfield that played together for the first time. Some of them was their first time even in the Premiership. Yeah, they came third and won a trophy. Yeah, and to me, that's a rebuilding. It's not me that.
Okay.
Wait, let me finish. Right? It weren't me that called them 2.0. You see, 2.0, that means second. 2 means twice. It means it's been done once before, and then there's another time. So 2.0 didn't come from me or the Liverpool fans. It came from the whole football world, man. Yeah, and that 2.0
football world.
That 2.0 went on to win the League Cup, yeah, and third in the league. Now that they've experienced,
did you literally just list third in the league as some sort of achievement?
One more bit. Now that they're experienced, all I'm saying is that they're top of the league with experience, bruv.
So with experience, not with the fact that both Man City and Arsenal have massive injury issues this season. That's not a fact.
You keep saying Arsenal, yeah, but
yes, the team that's finished above you.
No, what you
The
think
last
is
2 years.
Yeah, just the 2 years. That's what I mentioned earlier before.
Yes,
I mentioned and then
since
you
Arsenal,
went 5
since
years.
Arsenal have been
You wanted
good,
to talk about 5 years. Then when I mentioned 2 years, you wanted to talk about 5 years.
Arsenal
All
Arsenal
I'm
weren't
saying is,
competing.
listen. All I'm saying is, we were rebuilding the last 2 years. Yeah,
You
if
were
it's not, and
rebuilding.
here's the evidence. Here's the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
City don't win the league. Who else wins the league?
Okay. That's
I'll be honest, preach. I still don't know how we got here, bro. We're not talking. We don't.
You was
I'll be
interrupting me that whole time, and as soon as I asked you a question,
Right, I think he went.
he went.
I think his internet's gone still. Yeah,
Too much volume for the bandwidth.
yeah.
He's back.
As soon as I asked you the question, you went quiet. If City ain't won the league, who else is it?
You did. I've always answered this.
No,
But it's always spoken about from Liverpool fans
Yeah, but what
as
I'm
if
saying, when-
as if that season you actually competed with Man City when the
Well,
context
listen
was
to
that,
what I'm saying. You don't do what we've done. You had a chance. You
which
see,
is what
last time-
take advantage
No,
of a
listen, the
massive
last
injury
two times-
crisis for Man City and win the league.
Go on. The last 2 times, City flopped off. You didn't do it.
City
was
flopped off.
Yeah, Leicester won it when City dropped off, or Chelsea, if you want to say that.
And where the fuck
And
were
the last
you
time-
then?
And then the last time they dropped off, Liverpool won it, fam. Yeah, you're not involved in this conversation.
I like it. Lights out when I come on the show, Stefan. I appreciate
shit.
it.
Oh, here he
I
comes. The
appreciate
biggest
it.
Liverpool ass licker out of all of them.
What's
up,
going
man?
on? Listen, I've
Long
not been
time
listening to
there,
the
man.
show. Good evening, everybody, apart from Stefan. And I've not been listening to the show, right? But I've come.
So why the fuck do we
I've
listen to
come
you
in
then?
on pause.
You selfish cunt.
I mean, obviously, that's why you have preliminary bouts on big heavyweight fights. You have to build it up. But are we discussing how Arsenal? You know what?
Before you go, Jay, I just want to know that you don't know Djed Spence weren't nowhere near the main bit of the card. I just want to let you lot know.
He's making that time to watch 14th place backup left backs interviews. Is that you? That sounds like a you problem to me. Yeah. How is everybody? So how is everybody?
Yeah, all good, all good. So basically, obviously, he's brought up the fact that Trent's leaving, and also Salah might be next to go, and
or Van Dijk
and Van Dijk.
I hope all of them leave. I hope all of them leave.
Oh wait, they also forgot to mention Kanate because PSG been making those phone calls.
True, George. True. Yeah. And
listen,
Luis Diaz.
Yeah, but the thing is, the one thing that people don't understand is a league title's a league title. Do you know what I mean? You take it when you can get it. Like I don't get like I feel like it's harsh on Liverpool to not even because it happened in COVID as well. Whenever Liverpool win the title, nobody wants to let Liverpool enjoy the moment. You're not allowed to enjoy the moment, right? So everyone's already talking about next season. They haven't even won the title yet. They haven't even celebrated.
Jay,
because every time they win it, Jay, it's a shit
league,
season.
Jay.
It's a boring season. They just win it by default because everyone else is shit.
Yeah, exactly. You lot are all shit. I've been saying it all season. You
Yes,
are shit.
that's why you're winning the title. We're all shit.
If the standards have gone down, you lot are shit.
You're
right. You're right, Preach.
The shittiest league
I
title.
want you to accept that your team is shit because you ain't good enough.
This
You know what?
season,
You know how wild this conversation is.
entertain the Premiership. That's poor. Your team's not even good enough to
Go on, yo.
entertain us.
You know how
The
wild-
most
you know how
entertaining
wild-
league
Do you know
in
how
Europe.
wild-
realize that your league,
This conversation is so wild, that we're saying, right, everyone's shit, and then we're giving Liverpool stick because we're saying you're gonna be shit.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Wow, that's just wild. The concept,
Bro,
wow.
do you want to know what it is this season? Liverpool did their job. Nobody else did their job. Liverpool did their job, and they got a Premier League title. Last time they won it, Liverpool did their job. If other teams don't do their job and Liverpool win the league, there's nothing. You have to praise them for doing their job. I don't get where we're going.
You can choose to praise them, or you can choose to acknowledge the facts, and that is the facts. That everyone else is shit. The whole of the top 6 is shit, and Liverpool they won it by default. And you know what? Congrats to them, right? No one can take nothing away from them. In the history, you're right. In the history books, it's still gonna be a Premier League. You can celebrate it. You can do that. But again, there's always two sides to a story, and the other side of the story for the people that live through is going to be, do you know what? I watched Liverpool win the league twice, and you know what? When they did win the league, everyone else was shit.
Yeah,
You know you
Nah,
can't.
that's not-
You know you can't win the league.
George,
Now, what you do, man? You can't win
there's
the league
Premier
by
League
beating them.
titles that Man United won, yeah, and I promise you're only a baby. So I'm gonna tell you, because despite these youthful good looks, I am 30 plus VAT. So I say it like I look at it from the point of view saying United won some terrible league titles. Like the opposition when United won some of those league titles was so
Tell me,
bad.
okay, Jay. Tell me
Let
one.
him finish.
Wait, tell me one.
No, pardon.
Do you agree with that,
let
Yoms?
me-
I want to add something to that as well.
Yums knows. Like I'm sure there's times when Yums has seen John O'Shea playing DM and Raphael playing right wing, and they're winning the league by 7 points, and he can look around and be like, "Nah, you know
Sir
what?
Alex
Yes,
Tax,
guys."
it's just different.
Ask Stefan, why Van Persie left.
Because Arsenal weren't competing, they were failing to compete, and you went to win trophies. I totally get it. The same way.
And the little boy in him,
Can't beat them, join them.
The little boy in him, he joined Man United so he can win, and he won them a league title. The same way Luis Suarez joined Barcelona and won a treble. The same way Fernando Torres left your ass and won shit with Chelsea. And the same way Xabi Alonso left your ass and won shit. What's your point?
The point is that Trent's leaving as a champion.
Yeah, but he's leaving for free. He's leaving for free and giving you a 60 to 70 million pound hole at right back.
We've got a hole, fam.
Are you serious? Are you seriously saying that Connor Bradley is going to fill that hole? Are you this delusional?
Stefan, can I ask you a question about Henry? Because when Henry left,
Okay,
with 1 year left on his contract, whatever that pitiful amount of money was,
it really wasn't pitiful for that time.
Was pretty
30-year-old.
What did you do with that money?
We bought
Eduardo. Invested in your stadium. Stop lying to anyone, bro.
No, I don't think that was then. But so what we're saying, Henry and Trent is the same circumstances.
No, what I'm trying to say, CP, is there's never a good way to lose a legend. There isn't a good way.
There's better ways,
as
though.
somebody that lost Kane last season.
Yeah, there's better. But
what I'm saying is, like, it's not Trent's fault that Liverpool's board didn't give him an ultimatum. That is not Trent's fault.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's. Do you see what I'm saying here? The onus being on Trent to me is incorrect. The onus was on Liverpool if they wanted to make a decision going into the window, like with 1 year left, to say we're going to sell him. And then you also need to have the right suitors, and you have to have the right club that wants to pay the price that you want. So there's loads of factors that go into this. And then you go into the final year, and Trent has fulfilled his contract. I get I feel like the only appropriate reaction is you're disappointed that Trent's leaving. Yeah? Anything beyond that, we're getting way too much into like you own the players or you get to dictate. Everyone here, if they got the opportunity to experience something different in their job and they wanted to, they could take it. And if your boss turned around and said, "Man, you're letting me down," you'd be like, "Fuck off, mate. I'm gonna live my life."
No, Jay, I'm not. I completely get Trent. I would do the same thing because from my own perspective, joining Real Madrid on a free means I get a far bigger wage package. I get from a business perspective. I completely agree with you from a career perspective also. But I'm gonna shoot it back to you. If Harry Kane, instead of leaving for a great fee that he left to Bayern for 100 million, if Harry Kane had left for free to Bayern Munich or Man City or wherever, would you not be disappointed in the fact that he left for free?
I'd blame the club for not selling him with a year left.
Why are you so worried about Liverpool's money? I don't understand.
No, but
I
No, but
don't get what we're
Can we
doing.
say
I'm not worried about Liverpool's money, but we're
saying
just
as a
we're
one-off,
critiquing the move. And in my opinion, the move is okay. Blame the board. The board has literally left a 60 to 70 million pound hole. There is a
different
potential.
Stefan, it's different when you win.
No, but Stefan, you're
That
creating a
makes it
hole
worse
because
though.
they didn't lose no money in this. They would have had this. This is what you're failing to realize. Signing him again and getting him on a new deal is going to cost them 60 to 70 million. So
But
you
George,
keep
but
saying
George,
so.
he's
Regardless,
26.
regardless, they were going to have to go out there and put that money. Trent was going to be the most paid English player in the Premier League or something.
No.
350 to 400 bags a week. Liverpool were supposedly offering him. Plus, because he's a free agent and he says last year he would have to get a fat signing on fee, which may be 10 to 15 million. So regardless, they were going to have to put in a big package to sign him, bro. So making this
George,
whole
okay,
narrative
okay.
about a 60, 70 million means nothing, bro. Let's be honest.
But George, I agree with you to some degree.
You agree with everything, and then-
But wait, but
It's like you agree with everything, but then you start disagreeing.
no. In terms of, I agree with the general essence of his point. But how can you legitimize letting Trent go after offering him these wages and maybe not convincing him, but then offering 500 to 450K to two 33-year-olds, one that's going on 34, and offering them potentially 2 to 3 year contracts when Father Time is coming very soon, as we all know.
You
And
don't
it's
know
brutal.
that's a question for people that know the ins and outs of the contract. Like, that's a silly question, bruv. Like, why they do that? That's a stupid question. Unless you know the ins and outs of the contracts, bonuses, that's a silly question, bruv.
No, because Stefan,
Why
I
is
always
it-
call you negative fortune teller because you have this incredible ability to look at the negatives of what every team is going to accomplish over the next 12 to 24
The
months.
negatives?
Apart from Arsenal. Arsenal, everything's gonna go Millhouse. Everything will work out perfectly. But if you look at it, and George made a perfect point. I wasn't even looking at it like that, but 350 a week, 15 mil a year, 5-year deal, 75 mil, signing on bonus. We're talking 80, 90 million pounds. Liverpool can go and buy a 40, 50 million pound right back, give him 100 grand a week, 5-year deal,
100
and
grand
it's
a
the
week?
same outlay. So essentially, so whilst the outlay that they would have done is just losing Trent. You can't use, for me, I don't think you can use the money argument because the outlay that they'd have to do, and they will do on their new right back, is going to be about the same in theory.
And you do know Liverpool's not a prison, isn't it? Like this whole thing of letting players go, like as if the player can't just say, "I'm on a contract and I just want to go." Like Trent might just fancy a bit of Spain. Do you
No,
get what I'm
that-
saying? Like some people
that's-
just
So
might
what?
fancy
So
a new
what?
challenge. I don't understand. It's like you're not letting a player go because that suggests that you have any power to keep him.
No.
Trent
Yo,
is just
I'm
saying.
not saying.
Trent is just saying. I want to go. Like I've accomplished everything here. It's my boyhood club. Da 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 da. I don't want to be Steven Gerrard. Not everybody.
He's not
wants to be
saying
Steven
that
Gerrard.
though.
He hasn't said it yet.
I'm not
Yeah, but
saying that.
He's saying that with his actions, right? Like if he didn't want to go, he would stay. It's a very
No,
clear
I'm
choice.
saying the
So
board.
who said that he's got offered a deal in December? Or what? Who
The
said that?
contract is there on the table for Trent.
It
Apparently,
must
he
be
got offered a
Trent or
deal with that.
it must have been Trent or Trent's people who said that. No,
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
contract is there on the table. We know that they've offered
2023,
him
I
a
think it was.
contract, and
He
he's
got
one.
offered a contract to 2023.
so you don't see that then.
No. For
The
me,
fact that he's out letting that information out. No,
No,
All three of
but
them
everybody,
have
it
contracts
was.
on the table. So
Let's be honest, though,
it's
guys.
wants to change, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, but wait for Trent. Let's be honest. This move to Real Madrid, it's pretty much being an open secret. Everybody knew. It's kind of like when Ellen DeGeneres announced she was gay. Like everybody knew she was gay already. Like nobody was like surprised at this. You know, like, oh wow, okay. Thank you for letting us know. It was the same with Trent. Everybody predicted that he would move to Real Madrid because it went completely dead after pretty much in January. All of the links started popping up with Real Madrid. Trent never commented or did any sort of interviews like Mohamed Salah or Van Dijk. He refused to comment on it, so it was pretty obvious where it was going. I just think that maybe as an Arsenal fan and having bad experiences watching some of our best players go on a free, like Sanchez or some of the actual shit shows that we had with our contracts back in the day. Maybe that's why I think from a business perspective, if I'm the owner of Liverpool, I'm calling up Hughes and telling him, what the fuck, like what's wrong? Why didn't you sell him? If you knew that he wasn't going to sign a deal in the summer, why didn't you actually sell him? Because now,
who told you that he knew?
in terms of, I don't know, Hughes should have.
Who knew? Who told you that Hugh knew?
Hughes, like as in like the Liverpool board, how would they know that Trent wasn't going to sign? I'm
Well,
looking at it more
clearly
like
they have
a Mason
conversations
Mount,
then,
a
innit?
Mason Mount situation where you basically
Hughes
say,
started as well.
yeah.
Season.
So if we're saying money don't matter and all that shit, yeah, I don't want to hear people slagging off my team for saying how much money we earn and how much players we don't buy then. Since money is not important anymore, I don't want to hear it across the board then.
Why is money not important, CP?
Because everybody's saying now that money don't matter for Trent, even though he's been in the club, they've put resources into him, made him have a certain amount of value. At the end of the day, if you own an asset that has a certain value, that's money within your what's the word? Within your worth.
Hold on, but
You get what I mean? So therefore,
I'm talking from Trent's point of view. I'm saying if people want to moan at anyone, moan at FSG for not giving him an ultimatum a year ago. I'm not saying
they gave him one.
I'm just saying it's a natural. Arsene Wenger, did Arsene Wenger not tell you and all of us that this is where football was going? Like years ago.
Yeah, he was.
But you got to think logically though, because I understand. Obviously this is all speculation because none of us are in the room in these books. But let's be honest. You've got an asset as in Trent, who's one of the most revolutionizing fullbacks in world football at the moment. He's basically a quarterback, reinvented the whole new position. He's running down into his contract. Everybody knows 2 years is risky time. It's squeaky bum time if we're going to get any money. You think they never had zero conversations with his agent or anyone around him to ask him what's going on around your contract?
No, but CP, I think Liverpool, like for me, when I like to think I'm quite logical. So my logic here is 2 years ago is when you want to renew Trent, really. But 2 years ago, Liverpool were coming off 5th, I think, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So the big money that Trent would want versus the performance level or where he's at, there was a discrepancy.
That's bad business though, Jay. Because I know we're going with this. But let's just say, for example, all right, cool. We're just coming off 5th now, Trent.
Yeah.
We don't have the money you need right now, but we can put some stipulations in this contract. Yeah. When we get ahead of time and we get some more money, your wages will increase.
No.
So there's you mitigate certain risks. And this is all hypotheticals.
But you know what's mad though? You know the guys that are in the room, right? That when these contract negotiations are happening and people that draw up this contract, if they could hear our conversation right now, they'll probably be laughing their head off, saying these men don't know nothing about contracts. Because the truth of the matter is, like Preach said, unless you're there, or like CP said, unless you're there, we don't know. Trent might have been.
Let's just lock off the stream then, innit?
Yeah.
Trent might know anything.
Trent might have been offered this, and Trent might just want to leave.
You guys,
bingo.
You guys
Trent might have been saying, "I'm going to let my contract run down. I'm going to get a massive signing on. I'm going to go to Real Madrid because my agent's been talking to them for the last 2 years. Like, I'm not signing your contract. Club can't come.
Boom. Let's run with that. Let's run with that theory, Yoms, that he did do that. Considering Liverpool know, because if we're lads in our house is talking on stream, Liverpool are £1 billion corporation. They must have the heads in the building to know that. Cool. When this happens and he leaves for free, we're going to receive a lot of backlash. This ain't going to be, there's a lot of people that are going to take this negatively. So wouldn't you think that it's logical for them to turn around and go, hold on, this brother said he wants to bounce. Why are you going to keep your mouth closed and take all the backlash when someone else is not giving you the same grace? Do you get what I mean? And this is what I personally believe, because I've seen it happen so many times with footballers where they do this thing like, we weren't offered no contract. There was no conversations because we know the club and you don't speak directly. There's lawyers, there's loads, there's agents, there's bare people who's in between. It's called tapping up. Even with transfer transfers and stuff like that. You don't have direct conversations. So your people speak to my people speak to me. So therefore, I'm relaying my message through. So I'm still telling the truth when I say no one's had no conversations or offered with me. But we know that both of you lot have been negotiating at some point during this time. And I personally think that Trent hasn't said, I'm gone, I'm running down my contract.
I don't think he has. But
that would be stupid. I personally think.
But that's what I'm saying. But the absence
he
of
said, "I
evidence
don't know. We'll see later." He's kicked the can down the road, and now he's finessed you.
Yeah,
I think personally.
But the thing is, like you've seen with Rudiger, Alaba, Mbappe, like I hear what you're saying, but my point is that the club, if they want to force him to make a decision, they could have forced him to make a decision. They chose to. They were open and okay with this.
They were arrogant.
That's not.
They were arrogant,
arrogant. I think it's you're okay.
They were
with
arrogant.
the outcome. You like
they were.
You leave on a free. You have to be okay with the player leaving on a free.
No,
otherwise
I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you guys why. I think because you guys point out that 2-year period, which I completely agree with. I think it was a mixture of ego and a bit of arrogance. And the ego I think 2 years ago, I remember Trent giving an interview 2 years ago where he stated that he wanted to be a Liverpool captain, that was his dream. That was a hint for me to the board back then. And I think what happened was that his agents went to the board and demanded similar money that he wants, that supposedly they offered him now, $350K. However, what happened was that he had a shit season when you guys finished 5th. He didn't have a good season. So I think the Liverpool board kind of scuffed at that contract offer. Trent took it personally and said, "You guys don't believe in me as much as you say." And then that continued in the next season, where Trent at the end of last year also had a poor end to the season. And I think it was a mixture of both. I really think that Trent took it personally as the fact that Liverpool ran down his contract, and I just think the board were arrogant. They honestly,
you know what, Stefan? I disagree because I think that's some nice fan fiction you wrote. I think at its core,
why is it
for me at its core, it comes down to, I think the only club that really was going to get him out of Liverpool came for him. I don't know how many other teams Trent would have gone to.
Yeah, exactly. I think Trent just wants to play for Real Madrid,
and that's why they were arrogant.
Sometimes when a player wants to play for a club and they know that the club's going to come, there's nothing that Liverpool can do. And we can say, oh, then why didn't Liverpool sell him? But Liverpool would have been doing their analysis as to say, okay, if we sell him, who do we think we're going to replace him with right now?
So why did
before we move on here, can I just
let's continue to play him until he runs down his contract.
So why didn't they renew? Why didn't they renew his contract 2 years ago?
Because it takes two people to renew a contract, isn't it?
No, but
might not be willing to renew that contract.
So wait, Yums, you're telling me after his horrendous season where they finished 5th, he was horrendous that year. You're telling me that Real Madrid, he knew Real Madrid were interested.
You're forgetting when they finished 5th. Trent was one of the players who was actually still fit. When they finished 5th, they had horrendous injuries the entire year.
Not in their defense. Not in their defense.
I mean, not in their defense. Wasn't Van Dijk out for the most of the season? What do you mean?
No, that was 2020. Van Dijk in that season played. I think he missed 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So Van Dijk didn't miss that much game time.
Bro, why have we gone so far back, bro?
Yeah.
Let me just ask a question. Did Trent really say he wants to be Liverpool captain someday?
Yeah.
He did.
Then he's a pussy-o. What's all of this tiptoe around the... I'm not even a Liverpool fan, and I'm telling you, Liverpool fans are warranted to feel like the youth's a pussy-o for wanting to go. Why are we...
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all.
I'm not even a Liverpool fan.
I agree with Faith. I'm not like that, though. I'm not...
Yeah, bro.
I agree with you.
There's ways. There's not the right way. There's not the wrong way. But there's better ways to leave.
Hey, you gassed them up.
Yeah, if Liverpool fans are warranted, and this is
how is there a better way to leave than leaving as champion? There's literally
No,
no.
but
You
I
can't
mean,
leave in a better way.
let me give you a silly example. Raya was down to his last bit of contract. He wanted to come Arsenal. We didn't have to fund him. We signed an agreement with Brentford to assure that they still got some money, and then we still got what we wanted. There's ways to go around things that it doesn't leave the club in a lurch.
I do agree with that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And bro, like how like I
How's
think
he-
we're all doing this copium thing where Liverpool are winning the league, and then this is our only opportunity we kind of get to have a dig at them because we can't do it through the actual football, and we're all trying to beat up Liverpool fans for having a genuine warranted feeling towards a player that, hold on, when Real Madrid or nobody was interested in you, we were still here. We've raised you up from a boy. When you had your picky dreads and stuff like that, we were still backing you. Now you get rich and switch. Liverpool fans are allowed to feel upset about this.
I personally look at it from the point of view of saying like you can. I think you can be disappointed. I feel like being upset. Like he fulfilled his contract. Like he fulfilled his obligation. He's not gone to Man City. He's not gone to Everton. He's left the league. Like, do you know what I mean? He's leaving as a Premier League
Could be
champion.
worse.
I honestly just think if you have any sort of empathy and just put yourself in his situation, like if you think about if you were in a job and blah blah blah, like I feel like anger for what he's given you, you've won everything. Like,
Also,
don't that make it
Trent
worse,
can't
though?
ride off into the sunset. Like, because the thing is with Liverpool fans, and I said this, there isn't a good way to leave. Whether it's Torres, Coutinho, Owen, McManaman,
Coutinho was a good way to leave. He
Suarez
went downhill.
No, well,
And you got a bag
Coutinho
of
got
money.
absolutely blasted. Suarez got blasted.
but also
McManaman got
Steven
blasted.
Gerrard,
Owen
Steven
got
Gerrard,
blasted.
Frank
The
Lampard,
only
McManaman.
like the only person at Liverpool who got allowed to leave with any sort of decorum through the front door is Alonso.
Yeah, I was thinking
And the only reason that happened is because they tried to ditch him the season before for Barry, and fans were like, all right, let's not take the piss here. Yeah, he's the only player out of the 8 or 9 players I just mentioned where Liverpool fans did not have bad blood with that player. Sterling, any of these players.
They didn't know. That's why he was asking for a move.
There's no good way for these players to leave the club that the fans will not feel wronged. Because I've seen every variety of leaving Liverpool over the last 15 years, and in not one situation have the fans been okay with it.
But because normally the context is different. So how did you lot feel about Bell leaving?
I was disappointed he left. But I'm not begrudging him going to Real Madrid.
But then again, the understandable part, because all of my players that left, they hit me with the narrative that they're going to win things. So that's my justification as a human being, understanding that as a human being and a footballer, I want to win things. We couldn't provide you with that. But Liverpool are providing you with that. And you're still not pleased. I think that the fact that he's won stuff makes it worse, and you lot keep saying it like it.
I disagree, bro. I disagree.
You get what I mean?
He's gone to Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid's a bigger club.
Real Madrid is the number 1 club in football, basically. He's gone to the number 1 club in football.
Listen, Jinx, I think it's light-skin behaviour, personally. You know?
Yeah, and I'm light-skin, and I'm in agreement.
I said, raw. I saw Bellingham speak to him. He said, "Yo, brother, the rolie's waiting for you, innit? What are you doing?"
Yeah, like,
the sun.
And you know what?
I'm not being funny yet, but if I live in Liverpool, bruv, and these men are offering me a chance to go and live in Spain, yeah, I might even take a pay cut, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
This is why when we go to war, when they start burning up you diaspora's passports, I'm going to be with them. You lot don't appreciate the motherland, our queen. You just want to fly off to the sunset. And this is England, remember? Brexit. Vote Brexit, people. Vote Brexit.
Who's going to tell you the queen died?
That was a good one.
I want to pivot it if I can, though.
Pause, but
if I can just rotate a piece. Hey, I'm doing a lot tonight, isn't it? What's going on here?
If you look at it, I don't know. I think we can start having some reasonable conversations.
That was a good debate. That was a good debate. That was a well-structured debate with good points from everybody. Stefan must have gone to bed because otherwise that couldn't have run.
I want to do a start bench sell, innit?
Oh yeah.
Running out of content during international week, eh?
Yeah. That's what it is.
Fuck it.
I mean,
What Man United player is he going to put
Fuck
in there
it,
that he's hoping everyone says Stell and then
I know.
Hey, let's do it,
bloody
man.
hell.
What did you
How much
discuss in
gonna
the
bet?
Tottenham section, by the way,
Yeah.
that we're dead?
How much you want to bet Martinelli's in this segment? But go on, sorry.
No,
Let's
it's,
go.
definitely Garnacho.
There you go, man. Look, lads, look up. There it is,
No,
man.
do
Look.
it. Do it.
There you
I
go.
knew it was going
There
to
you
be
go.
Garnacho.
You got Tell, you got Martinelli, and you got Garnacho in it.
What's it? What is it?
It's meant to be start bench cell. I put by bench cell, but it's meant to be start.
Oh wow,
bench,
this is actually quite tough. This one.
and cell, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got
Okay.
like I said, get involved chat as well. I want to know. Tell, are you starting him?
I'm
Or are you
starting
selling him?
Garnacho.
Are you benching him? You got Martinelli, you starting Martinelli, are you benching him? You selling him?
Have you guys seen enough of Tell to really be able to give
I've seen enough to know that Garnacho's better than him right now.
Really?
I think so.
I've not seen enough of him.
I think so. I think Garnacho's. I feel like with players like Garnacho, you can tell more from like when you look at like Chelsea want him, Conte wants him, Simeone wants him. I feel like that tells me a bit about the caliber of the player and his ceiling. I like the player. I think Martinelli 2 seasons ago obviously kind of walks this current form. I don't feel there's a huge difference between Garnacho and Martinelli at the moment.
I was literally going to say Garchanelli because
Yeah.
they're the same person, bro.
Garchanelli, yeah.
I would probably go with
Can we
because
divide it into,
Garnacho and both of them have a bit of like chaos. Do you know what I mean? Just like
yeah, that's why I put them
like
together.
cousins of Nunes, like my brother's sister's wife, Darwin Nunes' uncle, kind of energy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Garnacho purely because Martinelli's been injured as well. He's not really had a chance to show anything recently. So yeah,
And sell Tell.
I would probably do from the. I mean, like you gotta base it on reality and not hypotheticals. You know, I like the idea of Tell, but I'm not gonna put him over 2 players that have done, you know, decent clutch things in the Premier League over the last couple of years. So unfortunately, you know, he's gonna have to be sold. You know, I reserve the right to amend this within the next month.
Yeah, so wait, so you're starting Garnacho, you're benching
Martinelli.
and you're selling Tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. With the information that you've got.
With the information currently, right now, taking a snapshot, 26th of the 3rd, 2025.
Yeah, all right, cool. So I'm gonna say, look, if we're looking at finishing, because finishing's got to be a part of this. They're all forwards, are they not? Or are we categorizing them as wingers? What are we categorizing?
I think they're all. I think they're all forwards.
They're all forwards, right? So we can all agree on that. They're all forwards. Martinelli's a forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Garnacho's a forward. Yeah.
I think Martinelli.
I want to hear this.
It's a difficult one. It's a tough one because
I want to hear it. Go on.
Because I think at the moment, Amarim's just finding out what he can expect and how he wants to use Garnacho. So I think Garnacho's preferred position would be the same as Martinelli's. That kind of wing forward, off the left type of player. But at the moment, Garnacho's playing very much in a 10, but he drifts out wide. Pause comes inside a little bit, and Tell is he's a striker, right?
I would say.
Like, just I'm saying. So it's
go on.
Where's his best position? This is what I mean. I don't know a lot about Tell. I've not seen enough of him to really be able to say. What I know of him is that he had a massive reputation.
All right, so I'll comment. Or so I'll forward in real quick, and I want to say that I think Tell's been played out of position so far in the Premier League for the majority of games, and that's why you're not seeing the true potential of Tell. In my opinion, I could be wrong, yeah, but he's been played as a target man. And so when you're a target man, you need to hold the ball up, you need to link play and bring others in. That's not really his strong suit. I'm not saying he's not physical, because he is physical, but he's not that player that can, like a Xerxes or a what do you call it, a Solanke. He can hold up the play and be physical, or do you know what I'm saying? He's not that type of mold. He's more of a running behind, come off the left type of forward. Do you know what I'm saying? Coming off the wings and then, get a shot off. That's him. And in the France under 21s, that's what I saw. Like when he scored his 2 goals, he was coming off the left, finishing with his right foot. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on Tell. With Garnacho, I agree with you guys. I think he prefers to stay out wide. I think that's where he creates a lot of his havoc down the channels. And he's like Martinelli. Martinelli, again, he likes to run in behind. He likes to run down the line and then go inside and then get his shot off that way. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how they get chances. So I don't know if that helps anyone, but finishing wise, I would say Martinelli, out of him and Garnacho, I think Martinelli's a better finisher from what I've seen.
I think he was 2 years ago.
I still think he's better than Garnacho.
I think Garnacho's like this. Like there's times that if Garnacho's running through on goal and Martinelli's running through on goal, I'm probably taking Garnacho.
You think so?
Yeah. I've seen Garnacho be kind of ice cold in kind of those situations a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Garnacho score some amazing goals, right? The overhead kick, and that comes to mind. Like
even a couple of the winners versus Fulham as well, like ice cold last minute kind of goals.
Yeah, 100. But I think the problem with Garnacho is his level of inconsistency, and it's never like he's never. It's either gonna be a brilliant finish, or it's gonna be completely wild. Like, and sometimes he just shoots when he should pass. So I think sometimes the decision making is a bit mad. So I think on that, Martinelli probably edges it in terms of, I think Martinelli's got actually quite decent decision making. Like when he gets to, he passes when he should pass and he shoots when he should shoot. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's fine margins between the two of them. But I would, on current form over the last year or 2 years, I would probably take Garnacho. But in terms of just like decision making and not, Garnacho is really frustrating. Like as a Man United fan watching him, it's really frustrating because other players should have more goals if he made the right decisions. Do you get what I'm saying? So on that alone, like there's an argument for Martinelli.
Does Garnacho have more space to run into compared to Martinelli? Because I feel like with Arsenal, they play against a lot of low blocks. And I think with Man United, no disrespect, but disrespect at the same time, they don't rate your team. So they come at you, a lot more. You see what I'm saying? So I think that might have a factor to play into it. Do you know what I mean? And some of the chances that they might get. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
In a way, but at the same time, the reason I wouldn't say so, or the reason I would disagree with that is because when your team play high up the pitch, you win the ball high up the pitch. There's a lot less work to do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be winning the ball high up the pitch, catching the winning the ball and being so close to the goal that you don't need to take so many touches. You don't need to do that much work to get close to the goal. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's easier for Garnacho than it is for Martinelli. I think if anything, it's the other way around. It's the system is designed for it to be the other way around.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Faith? Then, what order would you put it in?
Selling Tell. Don't know who he is. Don't know where he's popped up from and why he should get merit on people that have been in the Premier League doing what they do, even though not at the top, the tippity top or the ceiling of it. They've been. I personally think Garnacho gets a lot of slack, and he's a young player, and because of where Man United are, they put all this pressure on him and judge him like he's, I don't know, Ronaldo or something.
Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I personally, I don't watch Man U as often as probably a lot of other people but I like Garnacho, me personally. I'd
take him Arsenal. You'd have him Arsenal.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. Especially if I think Arteta's a great coach. I've seen him improve loads of players in terms of our system. So I think if he's willing, but Garnacho seems a bit arrogant. But I don't know if he'll listen to Arteta. But I'm starting Garnacho benching Martinelli and selling Tell.
But
You
can
know what?
I just say quickly that like I feel like Garnacho does need coaching, but when you got a player like Garnacho, and I always say this, he reminds me so much of Anthony Gordon when Anthony Gordon was that age, and it's like those players have edge, and it's like you got to be really careful about those players losing their edge because that's what makes them a lot of that like the bit of dickhead in them. That's what they need to be able to do what they're doing. They need the confidence. And I feel with Garnacho, like Gordon went to Howe, and Howe's coached it brilliantly. He's seen, but Gordon's also got a great mindset. If you've ever seen Gordon like talk and stuff like that, he's proper switched on, like therapist, psychologist, like visual goal visualization. He does the whole thing. So it's like I agree with what you're saying. I've seen like Arteta is a good coach. It's either Arteta now or Marco Silva gets him in 4 years to rehabilitate him. You know what I mean? So one of them ones.
Preach, what you say, man?
Yeah, I'm selling. Tell you can go. According right now, I would start Martinelli just because of the energy. Like, it was like, yeah, I'm the manager. I want to play the energy, tire out the players, and then Garnacho, you can step in when they're tired and they blink, and then you can get one of those amazing shots off or something like that. So I see it like that, and I think like everyone was saying earlier in it, like they're like, if you could have both of them as one player, you have a beautiful left side. You get me or whatever, but it'd be beautiful. So yeah, together, using them together, I'd say I'll start Martinelli, tie them out, couple jinks, drop the shoulder here and there, heart attacks because he's just skinned past the post and all that stuff, getting into areas, and then Garnacho will just give, I guess, defenders just something else to think about when they're tired. And like I said, just all it takes is a blink in it, and then there's a beautiful bicycle kick.
I hear it still.
Yeah, that's how I see it, really. Just for now, innit? But like, I don't know. I ain't watched them enough to tell you the truth.
Hey, Yoms, when you were linked with Tell, did you want him?
Do you know what? When we was linked with Tell, that was in January, right? I just wanted anyone, to be honest with you. Like, I just wanted a signing, like, because we were absolutely like diabolical. But looking at it now, I can see why we didn't go and close the deal.
I was gonna say, do you think Tell's bad, yeah, or it's just the wrong timing, like the club that he stepped into, like.
I've not seen enough of Tell to say whether he's good or bad. I just don't think that that's the profile of player, from what I'm hearing, that we need. Do you get what I'm saying? I think it's the wrong fit for us to go and do, and it's a very expensive loan. Like, I think it's a big risk that Spurs have taken. It's a risk in the sense of you're paying. I think the package works out to be like 7 million or 9 million for the rest of the season, which is crazy when you're looking at how long is left in the season. You're talking about 1.5 million, £2 million a month, but it's a loan. So if it don't work out, you tried it, you send him back. Do you get what I mean? But it's just, I think it was the wrong profile of player for United.
Okay, fair enough, man. All right, I'm going to bring up another one, innit? Because obviously, International Week. Struggling for content, as he said before, Jim. But yeah, here we go. We've got Saka, Mbappe, and then we've got Dembele. So I've said start, bench. So I know it says buy again, but yeah. Start, bench, or sell. What are we saying? Who wants to start this one off? Saka, Mbappe, or Dembele? Which way we going?
Out of those three, Saka's got to go, but it's only because we've got three young players all at the top of their game. Mbappe, yeah. So
But I feel like, hold on, what wing is this for?
I don't know. It's just for your team, innit?
No, because it doesn't really matter. It's not like do you know, like is it whatever? Is it like Mbappe left wing, Dembele up front, Saka right wing, or is it like they're all right wing and you're comparing whether Because I
Quality
take
of player.
Saka over Mbappe.
Nice.
Quality of player.
I take Saka over Mbappe on the right wing.
Quality of player, man. I'm not saying left or right. I'm saying quality of player.
Sorry. There is no wing that would take Saka over Mbappe.
I'm definitely taking Saka over Mbappe right wing.
Way
100%. Without question.
No
Without
way.
question.
There is not a land in the multiverse that
Nah, you got to leave the agenda at the door here.
No.
I wouldn't like. Are you talking like Saka isn't like the second best right winger in the Prem?
Yeah, that same dude. There is not a planet in which Mbappe
Is
is
Saka
available.
the second best right winger in the Prem?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're saying Saka's the
Uber
second
Eats League, though, Jay, isn't it? That's better than everything. Uber Eats League.
Well, he's plays for Real Madrid now, isn't it? so he's got
Who,
that.
Dembele?
Oh, Dembele.
No,
I'm taking Saka over Dembele.
Yeah, I thought we all were. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
Like, I thought we all were.
100%.
I'm talking about Mbappe, right? So
He starts clearly.
yeah, so I'm saying there is no, regardless of what position is available in my team, there is not a world where I choose Saka over Mbappe.
I do. I'm with Jay.
That's
On
fair
right
enough.
wing, I'm with Jay. On right wing.
Right wing. I am picking Saka over Mbappe, but Mbappe start, Saka bench, Dembele sell, and that was quite easy.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Who did you start, Jay?
Mbappe.
Yeah,
I was peer pressured into it.
I concur.
You wanted to start Saka. I can see it.
Right wing. If
No,
it's
because
Mbappe versus Saka right wing, it's not a contest. It's like it's like
No, but he's spitting. He's spitting in my. Because say for example, if you got the luxury of Saka and Mbappe in the same team, you clearly put Saka on the right wing because that's out the forward positions. That's where he can play.
Okay.
Unless you got Haaland, Mbappe's going in the middle. I don't care what you say. And then if you got Haaland, Mbappe's going on the left because who else is going to take Mbappe out of the left?
All right, no. But say you've got the world legends in every position, and you've got the right side available.
He's saying Dembele.
And you've got Mbappe, and you've got Saka. Who are you telling me you're saying sorry? You're gonna have to sit out on this one.
All right, so just to entertain this a bit more, tell me who's left and who's up front.
All right, so on the left, you've got
in my brain to make it make
the
sense.
left, you've got Ronaldinho. Up front, you've got Cristiano. No, you've got Ronaldo, the R9.
R9.
Even Henry.
You've got a position on the right, and it's Mbappe or Saka. Tell me which one you're telling them you're gonna sit this one out.
We've even got Cafu and right back in that.
You got Cafu right back. Maldini.
Who's left again?
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho.
You know what? Yeah,
I might tell Ronaldinho to sit. You know.
Yeah, now you've got the team. And now you've explained it to me and explained to me.
No, I think Ronaldinho might have to sit for Mbappe. You know.
Now you know what it is. You know because you've told me they got Ronaldinho and R9. Those are clearly two very forward players who are more. They more need a facilitator to facilitate what they got going on in it. So I personally think Saka's a bit more of a facilitator.
Wow. CP, you gotta be careful. They're gonna say that we put Saka in ahead of Ronaldinho.
Mbappe. No, that was a world better than Mbappe. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, no.
We all had to laugh. That was a world exclusive. We all laughed. It's like, yo.
Oh man,
that is funny.
No, but I hear that though, because them man there, they need that.
They're gonna need some yeah. Mbappe ain't doing that.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, do you think Saka's maverick, or do you think Saka's system based?
Oh, Saka's not system based.
That's crazy.
Just watch Saka for England. Like I remember, because I remember before England played, I think it was France. And this is like in the World Cup, and I remember thinking at the time, I was like, Saka's gone past Dembele now. And the consensus wasn't the same. So when I was talking to people, Saka or Dembele, people would be saying, Saka. I said Dembele, and I'd be like, what? Mm-hmm. And then Dembele had that all-time stinker in the World Cup final. And Saka obviously had a really good tournament for England. And that's the thing, Saka's been England Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Plays for Arsenal. Arsenal style changes, his importance only grows. His stats go up season on season. Like the guy can do everything. He can dribble past you. He can create. He's a playmaker. He's a winger. He can finish
It's
both
weird.
feet,
It's weird
all types
because
of finishes. He's absolutely quality.
it's
Like there's
weird
no
because I think he's a maverick that's willing to listen. If
That's
people,
what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
very
I was gonna
coachable,
say.
it's his attitude as well. Yeah.
player, willing to do what's best for the team
Yeah.
too. Very
like,
no
someone
ego
like
on
Cole
him.
Palmer, someone like Cole Palmer, he's just a maverick. If he ain't, it's
Right
my way or the
then,
highway.
right then.
Do you know what I mean?
Because there's two different types, like like you said. Because I feel like that's why I said system based, because system based I associate with them. They more listen to what the coach wants, and they follow instructions. If that makes sense, do you know what I'm
But
saying?
no,
But
100%.
Maverick kind of on the pitch, they might not follow suit, and they might just do their own thing despite what the other team's doing.
Okay,
That might score. That might be the winning goal, though. That might.
yeah, but
be the winning goal.
look at so some examples. Do you remember? I'll say Saka versus France scored that goal. Saka versus United when he had Luke Shaw doing the ha cha cha on the edge of the box. Yeah, because you know that guy. You train with him at England. You know him well, and he still you could do. It's like Robin. Saka's almost getting to me to that Robin kind of thing where you know what he's going to do, but you can't stop him. I genuinely
I
think
thought
that's
that
how he's.
about Bell. I thought that about Gareth Bell. Like he
No,
knew
but
what he
Saka
was
doesn't
gonna
have that explosive pace. It's
Yeah.
skill.
Robertson
It's
as well.
pure.
Yeah.
Like
do.
Saka's
No,
is.
I know. I'm just
No,
saying.
Saka's so smart as a player. He's like his intelligence, his ball manipulation, where he puts the ball. Like when he's dribbling, if you watch him, where he's dribbling the ball, the defender feels like he can get it, but he never really can. Like he's always just out of reach. He's kind of like a bit like a Di Maria kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? He's that kind of all rounder kind of thing for me. I think Saka's just
Do you know what it is? Because you said the Ronaldinho versus Saka thing, it kind of threw man off, yeah. Because with Ronaldinho,
No, it's Mbappe versus Saka.
yeah, but I felt like someone said Ronaldinho, and then I felt like someone was, I don't know, maybe I was hearing things in it. Maybe I was
yeah.
hearing
No,
things.
I was saying that's how it would sound if you have the team and you've got Saka and you've got Mbappe in it and Ronaldinho's not in the team. It will appear to the outsider that you picked Saka over Ronaldinho.
Right,
You see what I
okay,
mean?
now I'm with you. Now, okay, cool. Because I, do you know what it is? When I see Saka, he's not really flary like that. You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
Actually, one.
Go on, preach.
No, sorry. So in the chats,
Yeah.
I was just talking to Ashley there.
Actually, God, okay. When he says like he doesn't turn up in big games, yeah, I would argue that when you've watched England, yeah, and you watch them, who's the one player, no matter what, that always looks good? He like even in Southgate's tactics and things, he never needed an excuse. It wasn't like a photo. It was every
I
week.
don't know, you know. I don't know,
Bro,
you know.
Saka
My only criticism of Saka at international level was during the last World Cup.
The penalty, you're not going to do that, are you?
No, not the penalty. I don't think he showed up. I don't think he showed up until his place was actually under threat. Because there was one part where we was like, actually, do you know what? We need to actually bring on Cole Palmer now. Like,
yeah, but the problem was, and my friends told me about this, and it's funny because I have some Arsenal friends, and they were basically saying, one of my friends, he's like quite wise and stuff. He's like, listen, he's like, when people were like, oh, Foden needs to get in this team, Jude needs to play the 10, he was like, why is Saka's name? And it was like when Ian Wright said, oh, maybe you should try him at left back, and it was like, why is Saka, who's been like England's best player for the last 2 years, why is it him when he's had a couple of under-par games that he's suddenly the one that should be moved? Do you see what I mean? So it was almost like, it felt a bit like Kane wouldn't have his spot as delicate as Saka.
No, but I was asking,
Underbelly colour thing.
Why we're playing Kane. Kane was terrible. And everybody was asking why he wasn't even fit.
But that's my point. My point is that like obviously Palmer was coming off the hot season. So like he was the flavour of the month, yeah. Jude had been playing in an advanced position for Real Madrid. So everyone's like 10. Foden was coming off a 23 goal season, 20 something goal season, player of the year. And then there was other players like Madison, Eze, all these other players trying to play 10, Gordon. So I get it. There was like an overwhelm. But like for me, in the comments, yeah, actually saying that, listen, you knew one trick pony was Robin, not a one trick pony. But when your trick is abracadabra, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like that's the point.
Yeah, I hear it.
Antonio Valencia.
I hear it. It's got a point. So yeah, was that unanimous then? Preach. What was your verdict, man? On and I'll ask you again.
I didn't even really have one, but I agreed with everyone else. I remember what everyone said.
So you're starting. Was it Saka? Is everyone starting Saka then?
I'm starting Mbappe.
Everyone's starting Mbappe. Sorry, Mbappe and benching Saka.
Yeah.
And Dembele.
Bye, Dembele.
Everyone's selling Dembele. Is that Yoms? We said.
Yeah. It sounds crazy right now because Dembele is just literally.
I think Dembele is doing madnesses right now.
What is it? What do we mean by this?
Did you see what he did?
What was he? Explain to me, because all I know, I don't watch Uber Eats League. I don't put much weight on Uber Eats League. I don't respect Uber Eats League. So I'm guessing this is off Champions League. We're giving him all this respect.
It's off his entire year.
I liked him at Rennes. I'll be real. I saw him at Rennes in France. But obviously, Uber Eats League, I get it. Then he went to Dortmund, and I was like, nah, he's the truth. I was like, oh my days, this guy's...
Oh, that was around Barca. The big flop.
Then he went to Barca. I was like, listen. I said, oh, come on, he's just consistent. I don't know what it is here. Maybe
he was consistent at Barca.
I'm just saying, I just like players that can go either way. So they can go on the inside or they can go on the outside. Is what it is, lads. Here now. I don't know what time it's past midnight. I'm saying he goes both ways. I'm like, whoa. But listen, I just like his tech, bro. I'll be real. I just think that nowadays you don't find players that can go like either side. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do appreciate. And I think in the Champions
So
League,
wait. So Dembele, we say either side. What do you mean? He plays left and right?
I mean, like
either way, like I think it's like like say like if you're dribbling, like you'll go on the outside or go on the inside, kind of.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can, but I just
Saka does do that. To be fair,
he does
do it.
Salah can even do that.
but I think Dembele. I think
can that's a bit cheeky. Can even,
Yeah.
When you
because they were slandering him
Dembele,
before, Jay. No, he's saying that he's only good for GA and disrespect. You know what I mean? Sorry.
and when you watch Dembele, and I think Dembele's goal return as well. I know it's in a different league and all of that, but it's just different. Like I'm not saying Dembele's better.
I don't know what I watched it. I'm just like, raw. This is mad.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is why football is such a good sport, because it's so subjective. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is like once he's obvious. Like I genuinely think, like, if you look at the one thing I've always said against Dembele is he had no brain. Like, as in, like he could do all the skills, all the tricks, everything. And this is now he's putting everything together. But Saka's like from day dot has had game intelligence. Do you know what I mean? Like he's always had it. So like, and this is why I get so annoyed that Arsenal have Ethan as well, because I'm like, what sort of nonsense is this? Like, what sort of nonsense is it that you get Saka?
Yeah.
And
that's why we're trying to buy all of these future ones for £1 million.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like,
100 million.
I'm looking at Mikey Moore at home, being like,
yeah, Ange ain't playing him no more, man. Sorry, bro.
Doesn't matter, bro. Mikey's not anywhere near as developed as Ethan is at this point. As in, like, you see, Mikey's still playing under 19s development England squads, while Ethan's packing goals for under 21s. Like, it's like Ethan's just
it's uncomfortable conversations, but it's
very uncomfortable, bro. He's like, if they unleash the two of them in the team at the same time, Kai.
Yeah. Sticky. All right, so that's unanimous. I'm going to do one more in it, lads. I'm going to do one more, and it's going to be this. It's going to be this one. We've got Sancho, you've got Hudson-Odoi, and you've got Diaz.
Sell. Sancho.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
they're trying to pay us so that we can't sell him. Do you
That's
get what I mean? Do
crazy.
you know how mad that's got to be a first? That's
Trying to
gotta
pay
be a
you. That's
first.
crazy.
Like, how can you pay to not sign?
So
a
what
player?
was it? What was it like? There was supposed to be a buy on clause at the end of the season, and then or they said if you loan him
Yeah.
and you don't want him, you have to. Was
So
it a
there's
compensation fee or?
Yeah, there's an obligation to buy for 25 million, or
Yeah.
there's a 5 million compensation if you don't follow that obligation. And Chelsea are trying to do the ginnels now and say, oh no, we're going to keep him, we're going to keep him, we're going to keep him, when they're blatantly not going. This guy has not had a shot. Never mind on target. The guy's just not had a shot.
Do you want to know why?
It's mid-December.
The only reason why I think they might keep him, the only reason why I think they might is because obviously Mudryk is looking at a ban at the moment.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So it's a bit like
What a ban.
ban. Yeah.
What drugs? Like Mutu?
Yeah, Mudryk's done, bro.
Yeah, like Mudryk's
Mudryk's
done.
I didn't even know that.
What?
2.0.
Like PEDs or recreational?
PEDs, yeah, PEDs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was you saying? Sorry.
But I don't think they're going to keep him, Jay.
I was like, it's like I would probably let the thing, I've never rated Sancho, but I still think
Me too.
is he better than Hudson-Odoi? I don't know.
No.
No. What is Sancho's highlight? Dortmund? Is that it? Because I don't remember him being anything good.
Based on pure Premier League.
At Dortmund, when he had Haaland, when it was him,
Bellingham
and Haaland.
Yeah.
He was frightening. That's why, like, Chelsea was after him, United were after him, Liverpool after him, a couple big clubs were after him. Obviously, I just think that the Premier League is not his thing, and I think he gets too comfortable and clearly doesn't put in the effort.
I think the athleticism is a problem in the Premier League compared to other leagues. Like, everyone's bigger, faster, stronger. He can't really create separation from his fullback. Do you know what I mean? It's like he gets away from them, but he almost always checks back, he's not. I just feel like if he was to go to like an Italy or a slower paced country, but it could also be as well. Like, we all know what it's like. Sometimes when you copy first, bad B, or you get a big pay rise, that motivation level can just drop a little bit, and a fat 300 grand a week contract guaranteed for like 6 years. It can be you're set for life. Do you know what I mean? And it's a bit like the motivation for him to push himself and be the best player he can be and all that sort of stuff. I feel like the United move, took something from him when it didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? And it's like he needs to find that place where
do you know who he would have done well under? And it's gonna sound mad, but he would have done well under Solskjaer, right? And it's interesting that he used the word freedom when he was
Chelsea.
When he was tweeting about Rashford moving, right? Because the one thing you don't have in the Premier League is freedom. Like, every team gives you clear instructions on what they want you to do. Like, you do this. And I think Sancho, his biggest attribute, he is an actual maverick. Like, you know what I'm saying? His biggest attribute is skill. He's not gifted with pace. He's not gifted with mad strength. His actual attributes is skill, doing things off the cuff.
Yeah,
you're just not going to get the freedom to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just think he needs to go back to the Bundesliga or something like that, where at a team where he can do that and be a success. But it's not going to be in the Premier League.
Do you feel like he needs like havoc around him as well or does he need to be the main man, like, for Sancho to thrive?
I don't know. I don't know what he needs. Yeah, definitely confidence, but I don't know what he needs. But remember, some players just naturally peak early. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is with him. He's peaked early.
No, I'm just saying it could be. You never know. It could have peaked early. Some players players peak late. So it could be anything, but it's not working for him in England, isn't it? Like, what's
Yeah.
All right. So what are we saying though? But coming back to Hudson Odoi then. So as we say, you're saying Sancho is better than Hudson Odoi. We're not convinced about Hudson Odoi. So
No, well, I think Hudson-Odoi, he does more in a smaller team, innit? Like he hasn't got the same amount of quality
he
around.
was at Chelsea as well, and like
Yeah,
he got rid of him as well. Really, they sold him.
He's one of the most talented England youth players for a while. I
yeah,
heard.
at the time, yeah, it's Chelsea, innit?
Got a bad injury or something.
So then, could you say the same for Sancho then? If it's just Chelsea's the problem,
No,
But
because
we got to remember,
he had United. So yeah.
I'm an ignorant Brit. If your highlight of your career is in the Bundesliga, it makes it a bit messy for me. If I have to compare you with someone who's done it in the Premier League, I'm going to put the Premier League person above you.
Oh,
If you only look amazing in one league and in every other league you just look mediocre, I can't put that much weight on one league, bro.
So you're basically saying you'd have him above Sancho.
Who's the other player as well? Sorry, the third.
The third player, remind myself, is
Diaz.
Diaz. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm starting Diaz or Hodgson, and Sancho's going, man. He's
Yeah,
going.
there is not. I don't think there's a scenario. There's not many players, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a bit of a United fan. There's not many players that you could put up that's gonna make me say, "No, I'm keeping Sancho."
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like I'll pick an academy player
To Man United.
Yeah.
of the prospects. And
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit mad. Like the guy's just done nothing.
Nothing whatsoever. I don't get the hype about him. He's not super fast. He's not mad intricate. His pace, I mean, not his pace, passing ain't like an elite 10 to what I've seen. I genuinely don't know what it is that makes him special.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the 1v1 ability where he can beat his man, beat his player.
He is
But
mad.
Hudson-Odoi is better at that than him.
Who?
Hudson-Odoi is better at that than him, in my opinion.
Oh, because he uses his pace to beat a player. Is that what you're saying? Because
We just had the conversation about the athleticism,
Yeah,
and he cuts back and he don't have the confidence. He can't create a gap between him and the defender. I don't think about Hudson-Odoi in that way. I think if you're in a one-on-one with Hudson-Odoi, he's going to give you a run for your money at least. He might mess up the final ball, but he's going to get your fucking socks. I mean, your shorts dirty. I don't see Sancho.
But do you think because Hudson-Odoi at the moment he's in a counter-attacking team? So
Is Sancho.
Chelsea are counter-attacking or more?
No shit, so I'm thinking about him at Man U. I'm going mad.
Chelsea,
He was at Man U and he never looked good at Man U.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah, Sancho's mad. Like he's mad skillful, but he's just not gonna. Yeah, like skillful levels are mad, but he's just not going to get to show it in
To
the
me,
While we're talking, look at on YouTube.
he's like a boring version of Doku, bruv. Like the boring, you see, boring. I'm getting like Doku's exciting, but there's no final result really. He reminds me of a boring version of him. Like, yeah, man, doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. Like that's the only thing.
Right?
So yeah, I don't see a world where I don't sell Sancho.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking that he might be United's problem again in the summer is doing my absolute head in, like, because that's just a saga that United need to put behind. Like, we need to put that behind us.
So are we saying that then? Because you said earlier, or someone said earlier, that he's more of a maverick. Yeah. Are we saying that we need less Mavericks in the game, or do we need more Mavericks in the game?
It's just the way it is, isn't it? Well, you
Palmer's
look at
a Maverick. Go on.
You look at Pep here. Pep had the opportunity to sign to bring Sancho back, right? And City had a buyback clause from Dortmund, and he said absolutely no way. Pep does not like Mavericks. If you're a Maverick, you're not playing. He's got his entire career. He's gotten rid of Mavericks. He got rid of Palmer as well because he's a Maverick. I don't know whether it's not Mavericks. Like we said, right? Saka's a Maverick that listens. It's not being a Maverick; it's whether or not you're going to listen to the instructions in it. And Sancho just ain't going to do that. Like Ten Hag tried the whole send him to the mountains
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Go get your head straight, come back
All the
after
racist as
8
well.
weeks. Done all of that. Like then tried the carrot and the stick. Like none of it worked. Sancho's just not going to listen. Do you get what I mean? So it for me it doesn't really. It's not whether or not your playing style is a maverick or your playing style is somebody who's just a system player. Like you've got to actually listen. Like that's the first step.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? And Sancho ain't trying to have that.
Do you feel like back in the day though there was like more Mavericks than what there is now? It's more like players are more listen dependent on the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach has to figure it out rather than the players figure it out on the pitch. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You need a balance, though, innit? Like,
Before you move on, man, I'm watching Sancho just twist up bare relevant man in the Bundesliga. I ain't seen one reputable team who he's done. He's done against PSG, and that's the Uber Eats League. I've got 3 compilations. I've never seen him be good against Bayern. It's just bare Bayer 04 and bare teams luminous kits I've never seen before. So I don't believe the hype. Sorry, boy, you go.
You can look at the numbers as well at Dortmund.
In the Bundesliga, where only 2 teams are relevant.
Now you know what? It's relevant. You got a fair point. Sorry, you got a fair point.
And you only got to play who's in front of you. But then when you play people who are better and they're in front of you and you don't look as good, I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah, no, because the Bundesliga for me sometimes it gives a false impression. Some players from the Bundesliga they come over to the Premier League and it's just they don't bang the same. Do you know what I'm saying? But
don't have the capacity. Yeah.
Some do. Obviously, you had the Haalands. Haaland came in and did his thing. Marmoush looks legit. He's coming from Frankfurt in Germany, so he's looking all right. But there's a few players where it hasn't quite worked out. But yeah, man. Sorry. Back to the Maverick talk. Sorry. Yeah. Mavericks. Mavericks back in the day. You lot are saying a balance. You need a bit of a balance. What Mavericks does Arsenal have? That's what I want to know. What do you think? Because Arteta comes across as a guy that wants all of his children to listen to him. You know what I'm saying? All the guys underneath him, he wants them to follow suit. I know I'm doing a lot right now. Sorry.
He's from the school of Pep, innit? He's from the school of Pep. All the school of Pep managers do.
Yeah.
Saka, the only person you can say is a Maverick is Saka, innit?
What about Odegaard though? Them two, I think.
You think Mavericks now?
What is a Maverick?
Free reign,
bruv. Yeah.
We don't have those. We don't have those.
What couldn't Odegaard go any side he wants? And Saka.
Because we play positional play, anyone can go anywhere, but somebody has to be in that
particular area. Yeah,
right. Somebody has to always. So you catch a centre back at centre forward because the fucking centre forward left
do you think Odegaard's been affected by that? Because I'm thinking Odegaard just keep him up top or keep him at right hand side where he's effective, and buy a player that can kind of do that role from deep. You know what I'm saying? Without him doing that,
I think that. Because I'm attributing that to this season where he's had a bit of a poor season. He hasn't looked great. For some reason, or maybe it's Arsenal copium, I don't think that he's 100% in terms of fitness. Because one thing Odegaard does is he runs his socks off. He works hard for the team and he runs. And I'm seeing it now. He's not running as much. His numbers are going down. And when he gets knocked on the floor, he don't get up with that spring in his step. He's on a bit of a...
So you reckon he's tired, exhaustion?
Yeah, I think he's not. He ain't 100% fit. I think personally.
Why is was the manager forced to play him then? Because really, if he's not fit, you should be playing someone else. No, maybe try and Saka in the.
I think you guys had a really good debutant for him and sold him. And I know it's FFP and all of that, but
Smith Rowe.
Yeah, I think he's a perfectly good debutant for Odegaard. He's obviously not as good as Odegaard, which is why he would be the debutant. But I just think if you're playing a player who's not 100% fit, and you need somebody to come in so that you can kind of nurture his return after injury, like Smith Rowe is a perfectly good player for that. I didn't see why that sell needed to happen.
Off the ball bollocks, I suppose. When you understand the intricacies of what fucking Arteta wants his players to do, you have to have a high IQ to a degree, and you have to be good at off the ball stuff. And I think Smith Rowe was lifestyle and off the ball stuff that was his hindrance. And now at Fulham he's injured, and he looks good for a minute in a in a burst, and then he might fade out and stuff like that. And then I can't criticize Arteta because selling these people, he's put faith in giving Ethan and these men some minutes, and seeing that come to fruition, I can't really.
Can't be mad at it.
Yeah, but I do hear you. Smith Rowe's a good player. He's the one I thought that, like, all Arsenal fans they don't hate him. They kind of want him to do well. They wish him the best.
He might not happy for you guys.
He left in a nice way, I suppose, in comparison to Trent. But
I think maybe because you lot thought you were buying up, that's why you were happy to let him go.
Very true. That's something I can be pissed about. We earned all this money and never spent none of it. But
well, Fabio Vieira was there, innit? Didn't he come in the same time when Smith Rowe was there? And I thought, wasn't he going to be the guy to take over?
You know what's weird, yeah? Because pre-season, I saw him using because he's trying to find a spot for Vieira in the team for a while. He's played him Odegaard's role towards like pre-season towards, and he was playing him in Saka's role. And I was like, oh, he's trying him there, and he started to look better at like the off-the-ball stuff and the defensive work. And I thought, oh, he's training him to be like Saka back up. And then, boom, man's back in Portugal. And I was like, whoa, that's confusing.
Yeah, this doesn't really make sense. But guys, I'm going to end it there. I was meant to do a short show today, but yes, everyone's got to get their points out, I suppose. But yeah, man, big up Yoles.
Big up,
man. See you, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. It's good to be back. I'll try and make more, but you know how it goes.
It's not easy, man. I know. After those Premier League games, man. I know, man.
Listen, we've only lost 4 in our last 25 or something like that. So at least, you know, we'll turn the draws into 3 points at some stage, I'm sure.
Big up the chat also, man.
Big up, man.
Making the show as always. Big up, Peaks residency, man. Always
anytime, man. Big up, man.
Yeah, man. But please make sure you do like the stream, obviously, and make sure you share, tell people. It helps us to get seen, as I always say every week. And yeah, for those listening back as well, if you can also jump onto the TV or your phones, just give us a like as well, or leave some comments on the Spotify. That might help us too, just to get seen out on that platform too. But any final words before I end the show, guys?
Ah, man, that's it, man. Big up, man.
Big up, man. Bless up, man.